Here, live commentary on Real v Benfica here on talkSPORT. Next, while things are looking decent on the pitch at Old Trafford, they're starting to look pretty rosy off it as well. Manchester United have posted an operating profit of £32.6 million for the first half of this financial year. That's compared to a £3.9 million loss 12 months ago. They say they're on track to post revenues of between £640 million and £660 million for the full period. Some other news in brief: the consortium looking to buy Sheffield Wednesday has withdrawn from the process. Katie Taylor will retire from boxing after a farewell fight in Dublin this summer. And after a lot of soul-searching from trainer and owner, Constitution Hill won't feature in this year's champion hurdle at Cheltenham. talkSPORT's Rupert Bell says the 2023 winner was deemed too big a risk, but he will enjoy a second career.
And he's 9 years of age, so in flat racing terms, that's old. But he managed to beat a whole lot of horses last week so effortlessly. He's obviously cut with a different cloth, and so he can go and have a bit of fun on the flat. Why not? And be enjoyed.
Cheltenham have invited the 9-year-old to parade on Champion Hurdle Day so his supporters can say goodbye. It all gets underway a week Tuesday here on talkSPORT. You can hear the whole thing across the network.
talkSPORT News.
Fly tipping has risen by 100,000 cases year on year, and a gamekeeper has been found guilty of murdering a 65-year-old former colleague with a shotgun in Aberfeldy. Will has more at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit, where we've got more premium tyres than the number of times you'll hear, "Ooh, it's a bit nippy this winter." Book today at quickfit.com.
Warmer than Barcelona in the south, apparently, with sunny spells for most, rain in the northwest.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive with me, Andy Keown, alongside the superstar that is Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent.
Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent.
What I just said, mate.
How you doing, mate? You alright?
How are you?
Sure, I am tickety-boo.
Why, that's mine. Why are you looking at?
Yeah, because it's rubbish.
I heard you listen to 21 Minutes to Go. Is it called 21 Minutes to Go? On the podcast on the way home last night.
Yeah, I did.
You laughed out loud.
No, I will tell you at the show.
You laugh out loud?
No, tell the show.
You're such a liar.
My mic weren't working properly.
Mine weren't either, yeah. It's Jack's fault. Bye, Jingo. We got. Did you see Jack? You went like, oh, I can't remember, mate. Jingo, we got a show for you today. Jingo, Newcastle became the 6th English side to reach the last 16 in the Champions League last night. It's Barcelona or Chelsea next. But can they go all the way? Let me just scrub that out. It's Barcelona or Chelsea next. The three-way race for the title in Scotland's getting a bit tasty. Does Scottish football need Hearts to finish the job? Yeah. We're talking Scottish football today, and we'll be joined by our centre-forward Ivan Toney on the show as well. With that, Wrexham moving into the Championship playoff places. We'll be asking whether back-to-back promotions will be the greatest achievement in English football, or certainly up there with some of the best. All that plus we'll discuss Man United's latest wonder kid, and we'll look ahead to all of this evening's EFL and Champions League action. Look at that. I've done the whole intro, nothing about Ipswich. Brilliant. Strive on talkSPORT. Get involved. 03717 223344, everyone.
Your problem was with Darren Bent. Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, thanks, mine. Mine as well. Good to see you.
No, me and Andy, me and Martin are...
Yeah, me and Martin are fine.
Yeah. Talk to me about a story about Camouflage.
Okay, well, fine. Just get into it. Yeah. I was thinking about whether or not I should say it on air.
Oh, no. Whenever you say that, it's a bit...
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll tell you, because it makes me laugh. I've never mentioned this before, right? Mm-hmm. And I know it's the top of the show, but just because it was on mine. So, Benty, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see, or maybe you won't see, that Benty's got a camouflage top on today. Yeah, you got a camouflage top.
Camo,
right? It's nice. I've got into this thing that when I'm bored, sometimes sitting at home, like the missus watching Corrie or something, and I'm a little bit bored, I've done everything I know to do. I'll go on eBay and I'll message someone selling something that's camouflage, like for home, take a pair of trainers, and I'll just reply to them and say, "What is it you're selling, mate? There's nothing in the picture." And they will reply with, "Well, that's weird. There should be no, there's trainers in it." And then I'll reply with, "No, you've just posted a picture of a box. What do the trainers look like?" And I do this with quite a few people because my name's different on eBay.
Oh, you're like
no, I don't like. Otherwise, all people go, "Oh, it's Goldstein. I'll give it to you for free." Right?
Well, I'm trying to think what the term is I'm looking for.
Euphemism.
No, someone who's on social media, but not under a different alias.
All right, guys.
Yeah. No.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But I do it with a lot. Clothes. I do it with trousers.
And you get pleasure from this, right?
I do. I get bites from everyone. It's so. I can show you. They're ongoing. The arguments I have with people. Well, it's not, mate. There's just a picture of a hanger.
Why are you doing that?
Just a picture of a hanger, and you've said they're trousers for sale. Oh, are you winding me up? Are the trousers for sale? Yes, mate. Look at the picture.
Why'd you do it?
And then eventually people get it, and they go, "Oh, I can't believe you." So it's fun.
So you got you got a burner. You're an eat.
No, a burner's like another. A burner name.
Yeah, you got like a burner.
Okay, yeah. Fine, I got a burner name. Yeah.
Don't take fun from
sure
other people.
I don't
losing
take
their
fun.
demise.
No, by the way,
You maybe might have right with that.
Losing my demise. Isn't that an REM song? No, fine. Okay, it's something else.
You maybe might as right when you do that. Why are you taking pleasure from that?
Well, taking pleasure from other people's demise isn't actually a sentence that makes any sense.
Then why are you doing that to people? Because they're thinking they've got a sale.
I'm not taking fun.
And you're just filling up their inbox.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm taking, in that instance, Martin, Keone's right. I'm taking fun from other people's demise.
They're probably thinking, what?
Yeah, but just for a bit of fun, right? I'll show you. I'll read some out in the next.
It's funny because whenever you see awareness, you go, why not? You always go, why not?
Oh, have you not got a top on?
Yeah.
I do like that top. It's lovely, that is.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Shame you lost all that weight, because that's the type of thing you would have given me about a year ago.
I know.
When you were Mr. Blobby.
You're massive.
You were massive, weren't you? Yeah, his hair's getting massive.
Don't mind it, though. It's still looking quite nice, though.
It's not, mate. Now it's all over the back bit.
Nope, shout out Groom Noir. Nice looking up.
No. Shout out Goldstein.
No, we don't want that.
I don't want you to have that.
Anyway, I listened to 21 minutes to go.
Yeah, you did listen, and you laughed.
And reluctantly, it did make me laugh. Like, loads. Because I listened to one episode.
Loads!
One episode, and it was the monkey story.
Yeah.
But I don't think I was laughing at anything you were actually saying. But because you were hysterically laughing and couldn't keep together, that made me laugh.
That's all you need.
So I looked like a weirdo on the underground, just laughing my head off, with my headphones on.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If it makes you laugh, it makes you laugh.
But the ending, honestly.
So you take it all back now, do you?
That's one episode, Andy. I'm not getting carried away.
Like that.
Well,
I've got a 100% record of podcasts with you.
I'm going to try episode 1.
Okay, fine. Do that.
You told me not to do it.
No, not to, but there are other ones. I told you, a Biscuit on Ice is a very funny one.
What, give me the episode numbers.
Oh, I can't remember. Biscuit on Ice is like 31, 32, something like that. I'll find it for you. But I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, it was a very...
You've changed your tune.
It was a very good listen.
Good.
For the one episode that I listened to.
Our show will be a very good listen. We've got lots coming up over the next few hours, but we're going to start with Newcastle. They cruised into the last 16 of the Champions League last night. So, I'm not sure I even agree with this question. Can they win it?
Job done though for Newcastle. Newcastle 3, Qarabağ 2, and Newcastle into the last 16 of the Champions League with 2 relatively comfortable performances.
If I'm being honest with you, the next round, I want Chelsea.
You never know. I mean, I remember Tottenham getting to the final with Poch. Nobody gave them a chance. Even when Liverpool won it in 2005, that year they were poor in the league.
It would be a brave man that wrote Newcastle out of that tie, whoever it is, against Barcelona or Chelsea. Say more than capable of beating either of them.
Yeah, Newcastle, they're into the last 16 in the Champions League after a 9-3 aggregate win against Qarabağ. They'll meet either Chelsea or Barcelona in the next round, with the second leg being away from home. Their gaffer, Eddie Howe, spoke to the media after the game. He said they're aiming to go all the way in the competition.
This competition's an amazing thing for us this year, and you just never know what surprises football can bring you. We'll just attack everything and try and do our best. Because we want to go as far as we can, and why not? I think we're good enough to do it. We can rate, and we have raised our game. There's no denying that. At times this season, even in the Carabao Cup, I thought we produced some really good performances. Sort of in the one-off games. The disappointment for us has been when we've returned to the Premier League and we're desperate for the consistency there. We haven't been able to do that.
I like Eddie Howe.
Mm-hmm.
How can I explain what I want to say? I like Eddie Howe, but if I was going out for dinner and there were 6 of us, I wouldn't allow him to have the middle seat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Eddie, you sit at one of the ends, because there's no way you're dictating where this flow is going.
I know exactly what you're saying.
He's obviously doing a really, really good job there, and they're in the last 16 now. We've got six sides. And if they draw Barcelona and beat them, it's lots of ifs. But if that happens, we could get, to a scenario where out of the 8 teams in the last 8, 6 are English, which is a little bit nuts. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But Newcastle, they're now for the first time ever in the last 16 of the Champions League. Have they impressed you? They must have done so far, right?
Yeah, they've done really well. You can't go. I mean, they played against Qarabağ, who again, let's be. I know. I put.
Oh, where's this going?
I know.
You tipped them to win the first leg.
Yeah, because I was just, trying to get as much money as possible.
For well, you only get much money if you're going to win the bet.
Yeah, but I thought, But listen, saying that being, Their Champions League record, they've been really good. They've done really well this season. And you can only beat who you're up against. Because a lot of people will say, well, yeah, but they've played. I mean, they got a really good result against PSG, the 1-1, and they could have won that. PSV Eindhoven, they destroyed them pretty much. 2-2 Leverkusen. So they've had some good performances against some tough teams.
So PSV
Eindhoven.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, they've had some tough games against tough teams. But
Yeah, they've done well to get this far.
I don't personally think they can win it, but the fact they've got 6 English teams that are still in the competition, I mean...
Is that good or bad?
I think it's bad for the Champions League.
You think it's bad for the Champions League? Why? Explain why.
There's no way, first and foremost, 6 teams from one country should be in the Champions League.
I agree with that.
Champions League. Also, again, I'm not picking holes or picking fun at Spurs, but yes, they're in the Champions League because they won the Europa League, and fair play, that's the rules. But this season they're fighting relegation and they're in the Champions League. Last season they finished 4th bottom and are in the Champions League.
For Newcastle in the bottom half as well. So we've got 2 teams who are in the bottom half.
They're in the Champions League.
No good?
No. The Champions League should be the biggest and best. And I get it. The rules for the Europa League to entice people to put proper teams in. I understand that.
They're trying to build a Super League, right?
Cool.
Or they have a Super League.
Right, exactly that. So I don't think six teams from one country, that should never happen in the Champions League.
What's the most that one country should be allowed to enter?
I think 2.
Yeah.
And even that's a stretch.
2's tough, right?
And 2 is tough, but
you're going to have giants missing. Maybe you're right, yeah.
Well, okay, but then go back to call it the European Cup. Then it's not been the Champions League for a long time.
No, but you know that would never happen because of the money involved, right? They make more money if the big heads from big countries.
Yeah,
England.
Yeah, but they still win if you call it the European Cup.
Yeah.
Good. Listen, I'm not saying it because I'd say it if it was anyone. Like, how can a team be fighting relegation be in the Champions League?
Yeah, I mean there is a possibility, and it's a big possibility.
Yeah.
That Spurs could go into the Championship.
But win the Champions League.
Well, they're in the competition.
Yeah.
That'd be incredibly Spursy to win the Champions League and be in the Championship. Here's a question for you. Would it be the greatest day in Tottenham's fans' lives if Spurs get relegated and win the Champions League?
Oh, I don't know.
Would that be the greatest day in their history?
It'd be the big... You know what it is? Sorry, this is a really generic answer, right? It'd be the best and worst season, wouldn't it?
I know. But
that Champions League would never get any higher.
At the end of the season, when Spurs become European champions, are they celebrating that season? Because they got Lincoln away, first game of the new one.
Oh, I don't know. Spurs fans would have to answer that.
I don't think they can. Would it be a great season if Spurs go down and win the Champions League?
No. Oh, I feel stupid saying that. Spurs can't go down.
I've told you about my view.
Yeah, that can't go down.
I think there's every chance they can go down. There's every chance. So, okay, listen, we'll take calls on all the above, right? You don't think it's good that 6 English teams are in the last stages? That's nearly 40%, by the way. Nearly
16
40%.
from one country, and it's the Champions League.
Yeah, and we could, if results go our way, 6 in the last 8.
Yeah.
So you don't think that's a good thing?
No.
03717.
We might have 18. We could potentially have 8 teams in Europe.
What do you mean in Europe?
Like, across all competitions. 8 from one league.
Yeah, that's nuts. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, is it more than 8? Isn't it?
It might be going
9. It's 9, isn't it? Yeah.
Really?
6 in the Champions League.
Nearly half the Prem in the Europe.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, that is a little bit obscene, right?
Yeah.
So we'll take calls on that, good or bad. You say bad, I say it's a bad thing as well. Newcastle, just a yes or no, can they win the Champions League?
Well, they're in it. So they
I know,
can.
but you know where that question is. No, okay. And if Spurs win the Champions League and go down, would that be a great season? Oh, what a great way to start.
It's the biggest trophy you can win by a club. So, yeah. So they've ticked that box.
Would Spurs... Here's a question for you. Would Spurs take that if I offered it to them?
Get one to call up. You can get one to call up, wouldn't you?
Would Spurs take that?
As an Arsenal fan, I'm not taking that.
No, but you're not. But you're flying high. Spurs.
You won the Champions League.
Here's my thinking, right? Just quickly. Sorry, Joe. If Spurs do go down to the Championship, they'll go straight back up. They will.
Yeah.
100%.
I think so, yeah.
Right.
Because they'll attract all the best.
So you're
players.
saying to Spurs, take a year in the Championship, win every game, break all the records, and be champions of Europe?
Maybe.
Okay, there's my question. Tottenham fans, would you get relegated if it meant win the Champions League? Good luck answering that. 03717 223344. Great show coming your way between now and 7. Me, Andy Goldstein. Darren Bent alongside. Make sure you are a part of it by picking up the phone and dialing in. The number again is 03717 223344.
Chelsea beat Barca, Liverpool roll over Madrid. But later in the tournament, that changes because the dynamic
changes, yeah.
The mentality changes of those elite clubs and elite players and ups their game. So then you see this kind of, these little details will win semi-finals and quarterfinals. When you play in those games, you realise it can be one little moment, even though you think the English team should win. You can't be that arrogant. Well, we can't be that arrogant to think we should just because we've got a strong league.
No, it's not a given. I mean,
it's not a given,
lay out a claim that this is what is a reasonable opportunity for you to achieve shouldn't be conceived as English arrogance.
No.
But it's also the reasons why Newcastle are probably doing well in this tournament, because when it comes to cup competitions, albeit there's a league format in the Champions League, but it's a limited league format. So know you've got to go into these games. Teams are going in there with a champions mentality, most of them, albeit 90% of them aren't actually champions, but they're highfalutin sides from their own countries, going in there with a front foot mentality a lot of the time. Yeah. Anthony Gordon referred to it earlier on in the season when he was asked about why you're doing so well in Europe. He was talking about the opposition come to win, whereas in the Premier League, certain sides come in to make it difficult for you to play against. Yeah. So that's the reasons perhaps why Newcastle have found some success in defending the much vaunted Carabao Cup that the whole nation celebrated last year. Yeah, and also the Champions League.
I think the other thing, just quickly as well, is there's been the one thing I've noticed more so this season than any other is the physicality, fitness difference. The physicality of the Premier League teams has just gone up a notch. Right. I mean, okay, we can argue they're not as talented as years gone by or whatever. Yeah. In terms of the depth of talent, but physicality. The way Chelsea went after Barca, the way Arsenal went after Munich, the way Liverpool rolled over Madrid. It's just too physical.
Play this later.
Set it up. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spot.
I missed it. Did you stick Keown's voice in there? I missed it. Headphones were well done. We need to hear it again. Are you going to do it again? Can you press stop, rewind? Here we go. Listen. Here we go.
Andy, play this later.
I set it up.
What's that? Not that bit, Jack.
That's me in the corner.
Not that bit, Jack. The bit that's connected to the... Oh, dear. Drive on talkSPORT. Turn it off, Jack. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, alongside still to come. We'll be asking if it will be a good thing for Scottish football if Hearts won the league. Just quickly, West Brom have sacked head coach Eric Ramsey after just 9 games in charge. Side sat a point above the relegation zone in the Championship.
A good Championship football last night. The Ipswich, Watford. Did you see that?
Was it 3-0?
2-0.
2-0.
Lovely finish from Hursty as well, by the way. Little chest finish.
Well, you're third now, aren't you? Third.
Son.
2 games in hand, yeah? I said yesterday you go up automatically, Joe. Man United interested in signing Morgan Gibbs-White from Nottingham Forest this summer. Good luck prizing him away from that club.
Yeah, from Marinakis.
Right, we take your calls on all things Champions League. I'd love it if a Spurs fan phones up with it. Have we got one with the answer to? A, would you take winning the Champions League if it meant going down? And nuts. Would it be a good day? Yeah. Would it be a good day? I don't know how you answer that. David, Spurs fan, wants to answer it. Hi, Dave.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
How are you?
Listen, I'm very well. How are you?
Good, thank you for asking. What would you like to say?
Good. Listen, I would say it would be a great day, right?
Because if what? Hold on, if what?
Being relegated. If Tottenham got relegated, but we won the Champions League.
Okay.
And my reason behind this is, this is my rationale.
Okay,
because
go on.
this football club is 143 years old, right? It's going to be around for another 143 years, long before I've gone.
Without
Right?
sounding pedantic, I think it's 144.
Okay, well maybe it's 144. Okay, so it's over 140. Let's just say it's over 140. It's over 140 years old, right?
Wow.
This club,
2 minutes.
and it's going to be around for another. It's going to be another 100 years old. Like it's going to be, So for us to be able to say that we won the Champions League in my lifetime, I don't know if that will ever happen again, right? And it's something that we can say, look, we've lifted the Champions League. Arsenal haven't even done that.
But they might do in the next 140 years.
Yeah, but I won't be here.
That's
So
true.
it don't matter.
Would you really take winning the Champions League and getting relegated?
Yeah, because we'll be back, right? It will be tough, but we'll be back, and it'll just be a little blip, right? There's bigger clubs. Well, I say bigger club. There's big clubs that have been down there.
Let me ask you this.
Newcastle,
Let me
right?
ask you this,
Say they're a
Dave.
Big club.
Dave, let me ask you this. What, in your opinion, what's more likely to happen this season?
Relegation, without a shadow of a doubt. And I genuinely think that we are going to go down. I genuinely believe that. And it may be a blessing in disguise, right? Because
It's
I
never
think
a
the
blessing.
owners would be like, right, okay.
No, it's never a blessing to go down, is it?
No,
Ever.
it's not. And do you know what? Someone's put this ridiculous question, but it's not because of the scenarios.
It could happen.
The two teams find themselves in.
It could happen.
Not two teams where Spurs find themselves in.
Two places, yeah. Gary's Gooner. Hi, Gary.
Hello, mate. How are we? Still winging it, Andy?
Yeah, go on, Gaz. How you doing, mate? You right?
Gary, let me ask you this question. Gary, let me ask you this question, right? Before you and I go toe to toe again, why don't we just try and have a nice conversation like two adults?
Let's have a nice conversation. I won't even mention what I was going to mention.
Okay, I won't mention what I was going to mention.
Right. I'm just going to say that the Champions League, the clue's in the word champions.
Yeah.
How embarrassing is it to win the Champions League when you never even won the champions of your own country? It's embarrassing. Look at Chelsea, champions of Europe, of the world. That year they didn't even win the league.
But if that was the case, and I'm not saying this to rattle you, but if that was the case, Arsenal wouldn't have played in the competition for over 20 years.
Exactly. It should be as it should be. Champions should be for champions, and it should be the what's it called league? The next league down
Europa.
should be the Cup winners, the Europa League,
Okay.
sort of thing. It's a Champions League.
Yeah, I know.
That Tottenham thing, just saying about Tottenham winning it. Listen, good things are going to come along next year. They're going to call in a manager who never won them nothing, bottled it to Leicester in the league, and never had a...
I thought he was going to say nice things today. I thought he was going to say, let's try and be nice, everyone, today.
It wasn't being horrible to you.
He's slagging off. I'm just slagging teams off all the time. Let's try and follow
cheek of
Martin.
you.
Let's try and follow Martin
Honestly,
Keown.
all of a sudden, I'm taking the high ground after slagging Arsenal.
Hold on.
Daily Arsenal yesterday.
So Martin Keown is not having me having a go at his team, but is he okay for Arsenal fans to have a pop at Spurs? Is that okay, Martin?
You had a little jiggle yesterday. About
Make your mind up, Martin.
Use it at Arsenal.
Make your mind up, Martin.
Honestly, you're
I'm trying to balance things out.
No,
I'm
you're
trying to balance it out for
What,
Martin
today?
Keown. I'm balancing it out for Martin. Joey's up next. Hello, Joey.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you today?
I'm all right. I think, to be honest, Premiership safety is the 1-0 for us. I think, at the end of the day, look, there's no chance of. I don't think we'll win the Champions League. I think, if we can't even, fight for a Premier League place, then we won't. No, we're not going to. We're team's not going to fight for a Champions League place. So I'd take Premier League safety, personally.
Yeah, but Joey, you say that right about them not fighting the league, and I understand your point. But in the Champions League, you've been really good.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold my breath. It's when all the bigger boys come in now, isn't it? It's where you make or break it, and I don't see us doing it really.
Well, thanks for your call. I just think if you're like Spurs, right? If you're Spurs, you've got 2 games to get through to get into the last 8 of the Champions League. Yeah. I sort of feel when you're in the last 8,
have a go.
Not it's flip of a coin, because it's not. Because generally the best teams win.
Yeah.
But
do you know
you're
what,
only a couple of wins away from lifting
you
it,
know what,
right?
They're in one of them.
And they've got there before.
They've got this horrible situation though, right? Horrible situation where obviously last year, and Ange spoke about it on the podcast, where he made the decision to prioritise one of the competitions.
Knowing they weren't going down.
Right. They can't do that this year.
They can't.
Because he can't go, do you know what? I won't mind trying to go for Champions League. Because they're sitting on the edge of the relegation.
If they've got Real Madrid in the quarters and Bournemouth away.
Bournemouth away is the bigger game. It's mad, isn't it? Burnley away is the bigger game than Real Madrid at home.
I don't know if it is.
Mate, come on.
No, it is. No, of course it is. It's amazing what football does to you.
Honestly, so and Andrew,
Burnley away is bigger than a trip to the Burnabout.
the three teams that went back down last season. I mean, one of them was a very good team, so they had a bad year, Ipswich. But the other two, bad. The Spurs were never going to go down. 13 points they were ahead of the bottom three.
Right.
This year they can't prioritise either. Or if they're going to, it has to be the Premier League. It can't be Champions League.
So you're saying you play full strength v Burnley at Turf Moor,
100%,
and you'd rest players against Real Madrid.
You have to. You have to.
That just sounds so insane.
But do you understand where I'm coming from?
Of course I do.
You have to.
So do you think it's imperative that Spurs remain in the Premier League rather than try and win the Champions League?
Yeah, I do. I was listening to Kieran Maguire. Is it Kieran Maguire?
No.
The finance expert. Mate,
is it Kieran Maguire? It is, okay.
Yeah. They will be in some financial trouble.
Yeah, they're going to. I listened to the breakfast show this morning. They push the prices up
because more games. I heard that as well.
I mean, that's the biggest load of garbage ever. That is.
It's nuts. But I just think they cannot. That club with that infrastructure, with the stadium and everything, can't afford to be in the Championship.
No.
No way.
Or we just have to put on like more Beyonce gigs.
Like it doesn't make a difference if they don't win the Champions League. They've never won it. But they don't want to be in a Championship.
No, you're right. You can't survive.
No.
I would say a huge chunk of their season ticket holders will not renew.
No.
And rightly so, by the way.
No disrespect. I'm not going to watch some. I'd like to go to the Etihad and the Emirates and Old Trafford.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to some of these places.
What places?
Some. I'm not saying.
No, like Lincoln away.
No, listen, fair play. All of a sudden, you look at that fiction, you go, "Oh my goodness, they're playing all they are."
No, you don't. You don't look at Lincoln away and go, "Oh my goodness."
Lincoln right now.
Yeah, you don't. You don't. You shouldn't do that if you're a Premier League team.
Yeah, but if you're coming down the way, Lincoln, right?
Yeah.
This is the last time Lincoln lost a game of football. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the 2nd of December, and that was the EFL trophy.
Yeah. And what do you remind me? Okay.
In the league, it was November.
What league are they in?
League One.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, tell you, Lincoln are flying, mate. Shout out Lincoln.
Still to come, we'll be asking if it would be a good thing for Scottish football if Hearts won the division. First, it's time for no Googling. We want to know who's the last goalkeeper to lift the Champions League trophy as a captain.
I think I know it.
Oh, I think I know that. Right, I tell you, I haven't looked. I swear to God, I'm not.
It's in front of your face, Andy.
I swear, look, there it is. Look. I've not looked. Write it down. Hold on. I'm going to write mine down. Hold on, don't show me yours. Different. I've gone for that. Can you read that? All right. Hold on. What's yours? You're wrong. The answer to that and more coming on. I'm talking about after this.
On a normal game, we're not selling out Preston North End on a Tuesday night at home. Yeah. And, you know, with Snoop there, you know, we've sold it out. It was, you know, a brilliant occasion. And for the fans as well, it was great for the fans to see it. And he got involved with everyone. He walked around the pitch. He was high-fiving everyone, taking photos with the fans. So, you know, everyone really enjoyed themselves.
Did he turn up with a big limo, or was he low key, or
Uber?
No,
that was an Uber.
Just in like you know, the transit vans with the minibus ones. He was in one of them. He got out with his ghetto blaster playing his music and coming to the ground. So yeah, he did make a good entrance.
Now I'm a bit concerned about this herbal cigarette in the tunnel, according to the Preston manager.
I think that's the smell of a last-minute equaliser, that I think. That's what that'll be. And then my other thing was, how does he know what it smells like in the first place?
Lee, I'm going to say, suspicions were aroused when the goal scorer jumped 411 feet in the air to score a header, by the way. In all seriousness, mate, it's a brilliant story, and I think the more the merrier. I think if the whole thing takes off, it'll be magic. Tell us a little bit about the party as well, because it's a great story. I think I'm led to believe he turned the canteen into a kind of nightclub set up, and there was 400 guests, and it must have been some crack.
Boxing. It's a sport that makes multi-millionaires out of the world's best fighters, but it's not as flush with cash as you'd think. We all see how much the likes of Tyson Fury or Canelo Alvarez make every fight, but that's not the case for those just starting out, or those who aren't even at that level. For example, if you've just turned pro and don't have a promoter, you have to sell your own tickets, cover the cost of the venue yourself, and pay the tax man at the end of it. You might not even break even, but if you do, you're looking at 5 to 10 grand max. A mid-tier fighter might make more like 10 to 50 grand, but you still have to give up half of that in costs. So unless you're fighting for a world title, it's tough to make money. One potential way of doing it, though, is being a journeyman. Here's former European champion talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver explaining how that could work.
They want to fight every week, and they can be going in against the prospects, so they can demand good money, and they might be demanding like 5 grand, 10 grand for a 6-rounder or something, because they're going in with a prospect. He gets through that, the journeyman gets through that fight, and he can fight again next week.
I mean, even so, it's not much, and you're getting punched in the face for a job. It's only really at the top level, i.e. fighting for titles, where you're earning up to 6 figures and can afford a diamond chain or that Ferrari. So boxing isn't a sport that allows you to retire at 40 and live a life of luxury. Much like a lot of other sports and jobs in general, it takes an awful lot of luck quite early in your career to really make it worth your while.
Fleetwood Mac. Oh, yeah. Saw this stage play called Stereophonic. Unbelievable.
You know, I've never heard you say something was like normal.
That's nice, isn't it? I'm happy.
Everything in your world is unbelievable.
Yes, because I don't talk about the stuff that's bad because it's negative.
Yeah, I get that, but you've got to be honest with the listener. If they're going to spend their hard-earned money...
That top you're wearing is awful. Your hair looks terrible. Oh, no. See, now you're coming back at me. I'll carry on. Your hair looks terrible. Your beard's embarrassing.
My beard's lovely.
Sneakers you got on today are second rate.
Hey.
Your attitude stinks. How about that?
Yeah, a bit of honesty.
Your team will finish second.
Yeah, a bit of honesty. For the listener. Is it my turn to do...
No.
You trust me, you don't want that. These guys are unbelievable.
What are you talking about?
What is Jack
Jack's got to press a button. It's got to be about Jack today, isn't it? Refrain, Jack. Before the break, I asked the question: who was the last goalkeeper to lift the Champions League trophy as captain?
You are an idiot. You went Schmeichel, 99. Schmeichel.
I just jumped down. I remember everything's Man United based.
Neuer.
I know you do annoy me. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Casillas was captain when he lifted it.
Well, what year was it?
Well, Bayern haven't won the Champions League. Oh, they won it in COVID. They beat PSG 1-0. I swear my kids' life haven't cheated.
What year?
2021?
No.
2022?
No.
2020?
Yes.
Yeah. I remember it's COVID.
All right, calm down.
You know what? I didn't enjoy that part of life, right?
Right. Oh, we're getting deep now.
But
Yeah.
I enjoyed that format, the Champions League.
Oh.
I really enjoyed that format.
Yeah, was that knockout?
Knockout, straight away, bang, bang, all the way through.
Yeah. The thing that I hate. Did you ever go to a game when the stadium was shut?
Yes.
I was doing MUTV then.
It felt like a training ground game.
Yes. Very bizarre.
I thought you
do you want to spit that again?
Sorry.
My hero as a kid growing up was Brian Robson.
Oh, he blanked you, didn't he?
All right. See, that's my point. Negative.
Yeah, good.
Negative.
No, realist.
Negative. All the time.
Remember David May blanked you as well?
No, he didn't blank me. He blanked talkSPORT.
No, he didn't.
No, he did not blank me.
He didn't invite you to his golf day.
No.
Yes, he did.
No.
Because we had a couple of Man United
Yeah, he
legends
didn't
on.
blank me, just forgot.
He didn't invite you to his golf day. Come on, David.
So, right, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You look at all the negativity.
Aye.
No, you stick that in.
Aye.
No. No. All too negative, Deep. No, stick it. Yeah. All right. Try and be positive. I sent Benny a picture the other day of some trainers, right? Quite proud. I got some trainers. I can play it for you. The negative voice note I got back.
Joe,
yeah, anyone could get them.
Joe, I'm trying to save him money. This is what
so
I
rude.
No, sorry, look,
Anyone can get them.
No.
This is what happened. I sent him a picture of a pair of trainers I got. I was really happy because I won them in a raffle, right? Difficult to get. I won them in a raffle. So I'm quite happy, right? I'm upbeat. My little daughter was next to me. Look at that, Daddy's went, oh, Daddy, well done, that's brilliant. No one ever win. I went, thanks a lot. I'll tell you what, I'll text Uncle Darren, let him know. I'll text you, the voice note, anyone can get them. No big deal, Goldstein.
This is my point, Joe. Right?
Rude. If you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything.
I'm trying to help you out. This is my point. When you eye sneaker addict like you are now, man, I've been through this stage where you want to vacuum up everything. My point is, I was saying to you, Andy, take a breath. Because there's going to be a couple of trainers coming out in a couple more weeks. Yeah. So you can save that money on buying them trainers.
But you knew I'd already got them.
And put them...
But you know I'd already got them.
Yeah,
I'd already got them.
I'm telling you off. Send them back.
No. Well, I wore them yesterday and you were like, yeah, they look amazing.
Yeah.
And then you had to send me a video like that. I've got these.
Yeah, because
you're so jealous.
Because you wanted them.
You know you're a sneaker snob.
No, I'm not. Joe, I'm not.
Should we carry on, Joe?
I remember my first pair. Let's shoot that.
Yeah, I remember my first joke. That's you. Still to come, we'll be asking if it would be a good thing for Scottish football if Hearts won the league. But now, John Terry has said that he was frustrated after being overlooked for the Chelsea caretaker role after the club sacked Enzo Maresca. He currently works 2 days a month as a part-time mentor in the club's academy. Terry has completed all his coaching qualifications up to the UEFA Pro licence and also holds a FIFA diploma in leadership. Callum McFarlane was chosen for the caretaker role despite only holding UEFA B licence. Terry said, people have got to make decisions. I love it when people make decisions and they go yes or no. Clearly the ownership or whoever made those decisions, the sporting directors, have gone no, not to include me. For whatever reason, I don't know why. Can you understand John Terry's frustrations?
I can. Because he did a really good job. Then was it Dean Smith's number 2? And I always found that was really surprising when he left because I thought at that time
he'll want the big gig.
No, that he was leaving because he was going to go to become a manager. With someone who's got that amount of wealth, of experience
and wealth,
and that the knowledge that he's got, the clubs that he's played for, the trophies that he's won, he's got a lot to offer. So it does surprise me that he hasn't been offered a role yet in terms of taking the club forward. It really does, because I always think back to that kind of golden generation. There are guys in there that want to become managers, and pretty much all have. So you've got Frank Lampard has done that. I don't think Ashley Cole wants to be a manager, but he's had big coaching jobs. I think he was with England, and now Gerrard's obviously been a manager as well. Wazza has had a manager job. Rio, I don't think ever wanted to manage, but he's got his big, obviously, TNT punditry, Skull. They've all had opportunity to do what they want to do. And it's clear that JT wants to be a manager, but for whatever reason, people are not giving him the opportunity. Now, honestly, he's got so much wisdom in terms of defense, even as a defensive coach. He's got so much.
Is it a waste?
Yeah, it's a waste.
All that knowledge not being used?
Yeah, it's a waste. Because he's
it must be a reason, right?
Well, clearly we don't know what the reason is, but when you look at what he's... To not even be given an opportunity, I found bizarre. Really bizarre.
Do you remember when he was on our show when we had the James Madison Golf Day?
Yep.
And he said he's had lots of interviews with successful ones, as in he came out feeling, quite happy.
Yeah.
and thought good things were going to happen, but eventually that club, whoever it was, gave the job to someone else. Do you think he's being overlooked? Do you think it's a conscious decision?
Honestly, only those people know. But the fact that he's not got a coaching role, like a big coaching role or a manager's job, or even a pundit, again, week in, week, how is he not on TV every week? Because whenever there's big Super Sunday matches...
Do you think he wants to be?
I mean...
I get the impression that...
Why would you not?
I don't know. Maybe he just can't be bothered with the travel or the hassle. But I get the feeling, I might be wrong, I don't know, JT, we've met him a few times, that he'd rather be on the golf course or he'd rather be having fun in his life playing paddle or whatever than having to commit to various roles.
He can do both.
No, I know that, but I just assume with someone with that amount of experience and knowledge in the game, and that someone that is incredibly well respected, that all he has to do is say, okay, and everyone will be going.
But that's the thing. Listen, he's way more successful than me, and obviously I'm here 5 days a week, but I still find the time to do the other bits, like paddle, as you're saying, and come here and do Sky and do PLP and stuff like that. Like big Champions League nights, like how was he not on it? Do you know what I mean? Or big Super Sunday games or big football matches. Like he's had better careers than most.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If Chelsea get to a semi-final of a Champions League and they want to be represented by, of course, someone who played for the club, someone who's done well for the club, instantly you think it'd be him. It'd have to be him. There's no one else.
Yeah. There must be a reason, right?
Exactly. Well, again, I don't know what the reason is, but he's... I
mean, we need to know firstly if he wants to do that. He wants to become a pundit, because he might turn around and go, I never want to be a pundit.
I don't know why he wouldn't. I mean, you are right. He might not want to. But what I'm pointing is that there must be an opportunity for him. Because the guy is...
Well, John, if you're listening, we'll have you in the studio next week. Yeah?
Yeah, on you.
That's Jay Terry phoning me. What do you mean on me?
What, are you going to give him the readies?
No, but you want to come in and do one for free, right?
You want to do? Doing that.
Why not? He don't need any money.
He's not coming in.
There's no point giving him your fee. What's he going to do with 15 quid? We'll double it. No, but the outdoor would be open, I imagine, right?
What's that? Yeah,
talkSPORT.
Yeah, I'm sure. Listen, I'm sure.
JT, if you're listening, I mean, I know you listen to. You're more than welcome to come in studio with me and Darren next week.
Of course, we'd love to have him.
All right.
But for what I don't understand why, but it should be in a dugout somewhere, or we should be seeing him on TV talking about the biggest games.
Okay. While I've got your attention, I want to get your views on. We'll talk a bit of Man United, right? There's a 15-year-old superstar in the making called JJ Gabriel. Continues to impress in the club's academy. He's training with the first team. Michael Carrick was in the stands to watch him score an amazing goal in the FA Youth Cup, against Oxford. That was last week. 14 goals in 19 games so far this season, including 12 in the under-18 Premier League, right? I was talking to producer Joe about this yesterday, and I'm glad we're talking about it now. 15 years old, right? And he's meant to be the next great thing. Great, not just good, next great thing. There is the possibility. We've seen it with Arteta and Max Downman, where they introduce a player like that into the
remember one year he made his debut, 15.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. And then it was only like a year and a half later that we saw him.
Yeah.
I just, with someone like this, I just don't know if it helps or hinders their chances of being a superstar. Because at 15, if you're put into that first team squad at Manchester United and you run out on the pitch at Old Trafford on 75 minutes, you'll never be the same person coming back off that pitch.
No,
will you?
of course you won't. But again, I always go back to the phrase George Burley used to use: "If you're good enough, you're old enough." So I would like to think, and I'm sure Man United would, that before he travels with the first team or he's about to make his debut, that everything's in place for him to kind of look after him. Because as you said there, his whole life will just change. Whether it began to school, walking down the shops, could be anything. His whole...
He goes back to school after that debut.
Yeah, but they're going to have to put things in place for him. Like they're going to have to now, because Man United is one of the biggest clubs in the world. So instantly, the moment he makes his debut, his Instagram following will probably go up by about 400,000 overnight. Yeah. That's crazy in itself. So
you've got, how old's Milan? 11?
He's 12 tomorrow.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's 12 tomorrow.
Man, I grew up so quick. In 3 years' time, if Man United said to you, we want to play him in the first team, would you have any hesitation in allowing that?
Oh, it's a hard one, because if he's that confident at the time, he goes to Man United.
You know what I mean, yeah.
And then, I mean, if they're going to give him his debut, I say no, of course not. How can I?
You'd say no?
No, I've got to let him go.
Right.
I can't.
Would you be worried about him? Let's say Arsenal phoned you.
No, because I'd make sure I'd have everything in place for him so he'd be okay, like in terms of the support network around him.
I know, but would you be worried, the world we live in, social media and so on, the expectation?
Yeah, but I'd sit him down. Like, if he was progressing to the point where Man United are after him and then he's going to play for the first team, I'd have to sit him down and have a conversation, a real proper conversation with him, talking about everything.
How much do you think a player like that being grounded is down to the parents?
Yeah, massively. Huge. But also the club's got a part to play as well. Because the parents have got him, majority of the time, but they can only have him till a certain point. and then he now, not that he belongs to the world and the club, but the moment he starts to play for Manchester United, the public will deem him as theirs now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say with that?
Totally, yeah.
But I think as long as the parent support network around him, the football club help, like make him feel comfortable, because it'll be strange for him.
Do you think there should be a cap, salary cap for 15-year-olds?
Salary. Up until a certain point, yes.
15, they're offering him 25 grand a week.
That's too much. At 15 is too much.
So there should be some kind
Yeah,
of cap.
it's too much.
What should
you got to earn that. Do you know what I mean? You can't be like, oh, he's potential, so we'll give him 30 grand a week, because there must be thousands of kids, right, that get that big contract at 15, 16. What's their incentive then? Nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever you're motivated by, whether it be success, money, whatever it may be, if you get £40,000, £50,000 a week at 15 years old, 5 years' time at 20, what's your motivation then?
What would your answer to the question be then? So Milan's 12.
Mm-hmm.
In 3 years' time, what's the most you think he should be allowed to earn per week by a football club?
I mean, putting a number on it's really hard, but a serious conversation would have. Do you know, even if the contract's big, but a lot of the incentive base, like the chunk of the money, is for later.
Yeah.
Then that I've got a problem with that.
So he can't touch
So he can't
the money.
get to it.
Okay.
But do you know,
what should that cap be? There's no right or wrong answer. I'm just curious.
I don't know what. I can't just put a figure on it.
Would £2,000 be too much for a 15-year-old a week?
Potentially, but then you could maybe give him, I don't know, 25% of that,
Yeah.
and the rest of that he gets after.
When he's 21 or 18 or something.
Not even so much that. Maybe if you make it appearance based. So like if he's 15, he plays 50 games for the first team, then he gets 50%. And then, do you know what I mean? So it's rather than going, right, here's £2,000 a week at 15, bang, deal with it.
Yeah, that's insane.
You and your parents, there you go, bang.
Yeah, that's insane, isn't it?
It's hard.
I hope to see him in a United shirt soon.
Mm.
He's meant to be incredibly special. I've seen bits and pieces of him on YouTube. But I just worry for young players coming through at 15. Right, when we come back at 5 o'clock, I know loads of you love the 5 o'clock hour. When we come back at 5 o'clock, you can get involved now, by the way, 03717 2233. I know Scottish fans will want to answer the question, is it good or bad for Scottish football if Rangers and or Celtic don't win the Premiership this season? 03717 223344. Fans of Scottish football, you can phone up now and we'll call you back in 12 minutes' time. Is it good if Hearts win the Premiership?
Fan, right, Ed?
Right, Ed?
Right, boys. Yeah, Ed, look, we're just like comparing him to other players that, players that Andy Gordon could get in what team this is. And I said he's better than Gakpo. Do you agree?
100%. I'd go more than 25% though. Gakpo and Salah this season have both been passengers in the Liverpool team. Like, everyone's wondering why Liverpool are being so poor. It's because we're playing with 9 men every game. Andy Gordon's miles better than Gakpo. He's like a Diaz. He's not as good as Diaz, I'm not saying that. But with the pace and the little trick and the ability to actually finish, we should have bought him. Instead of Isak in the summer, we got Ekitike. All right, no one thought Ekitike was going to hit the ground running the way he did. But we should have, instead of buying Isak, we should have went for Gordon, and he'd have been like a replacement for Diaz.
I think
agree with
Liverpool
that.
so
I'll be
fixated on buying Isak
They were.
that, and the Ekitike deal got done, and I think they were so far down the line with Isak.
They carried on with it.
I think
really they should.
yeah, and
To
I
be
kind of
fair,
get it.
with Isak, where we were so far down the line, we offered them money. He said no. Isak spat his dummy out. We should have just held firm and said, listen, if you want to sell him, it's the original offer, or keep him. and play him in the reserves, and then just when we'll take Andy Gordon off your hands.
Yeah.
Next season, before Gordon went to Newcastle, Liverpool wanted him.
But hold
And we
on,
never-
you're not saying Gordon's a better player than Isak, are you?
No, I'm saying we don't need Isaac.
Driver talkSPORT, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Still to come, we'll be asking if Wrexham getting promoted this season would be up there with one of the greatest achievements of all time. Forest, in my mind, Forest winning back-to-back promotions, then winning the European Cup is probably the greatest ever. It was Leicester winning the Prem as well. Just quickly, all 20 Premier League clubs have officially avoided breaches of PSR last season.
Well played, lads.
Well
You're
done.
learning.
Good work, accountants. At 5 o'clock, in 7 minutes, we'll be asking whether it will be a good or bad thing for Scottish football if Hearts actually won the Premiership. You can call in now if you want. Scottish or football fans, 03717 223344. Time now for this.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Yeah, time now for today's bet with friends at Paddy Power. Let's welcome Ben Steele to the show. So we're looking forward to tonight's game in the Champions League as Real Madrid take on Benfica at the Bernabeu, not the Bernabeu. How are you, Ben? Good to see you.
Yeah, I'm all good. Thanks yourselves.
Good, very well. What room do we find you in? Looks like a lounge.
It is, yeah. I had no choice over the colour of the walls, unfortunately.
What about the
but,
pictures behind? What are they?
They are pictures of some mountains in Asia somewhere, I'm told.
Oh, is that definitely your house? Yeah.
It is, yes, yeah. Hey, look, my
very
involvement
vague.
on interior design was fairly limited, unfortunately.
Right, listen, thanks for coming on. Before we talk about our bets, can you explain exactly how the bet builder works and the fact it's a charity bet and the charity that may benefit?
Yeah, sure. So it's 5 selections that we'll be putting in on that Real Madrid Benfica game that you mentioned there. One each from each of us, one from your producer, and then the final pick, which is a popular one that's been backed by the Paddy's Punters. We'll be putting that into a bet builder on the game and hopefully winning some money for the Attitude Foundation.
Okay, we've been pretty poor recently. Hopefully we'll get this one right. Excuse me, it's a 5-leg bet builder. Excuse me. These are our picks. I've gone for Real Madrid to win in the 90 minutes.
Yes, yeah. So look, they're 1-0 up already. I'll be honest, if you hadn't got in there before me, that would have been my pick. Mbappe, I've heard apparently might not be playing, but they've still got Vinicius, Bellingham, Courtois, all those sort of big names there. Unsurprisingly favourites, and as I say, probably would have been my pick if you hadn't beaten me to it.
Yeah. I don't think Bellingham's fit, is he?
I've not seen that he's not, but I think maybe
he is.
he'll be on the bench.
He's out for about 6 weeks, but I know what you mean. They've got a very strong side. Benny, what are you going for?
I'm going for both teams to score, please.
Yeah, look, I presume you've been studying the form here, and you know that Eusebio was the last Benfica player to score at the Bernabeu. To be fair, that was the last time they played in 1965, so maybe not entirely fair.
Good stuff. I remember that. It was offside as well, that one.
Oh well, they didn't quite have the tech for VAR at that time, did they? Yeah, look, obviously they'll be out if they don't score, so they've got to be going for it, really, don't they?
Indeed. So next up is producer Joseph. He's gone.
Yeah,
go on. You can
go on.
You can tell us. Go on.
Okay, yeah, look, he's obviously been studying the form as well. Camavinga to commit 2 or more fouls. He's averaging a foul every 40 minutes in the Champions League, so fairly consistent there. And look, Madrid don't like to have a lot of sort of defensive players in midfield, so he'll be doing a lot of the running for them. So I imagine he'll be getting stuck in.
Right, 3 down, 2 to go is the people who have chosen next. What have they gone for?
Yeah, they've got Vinicius Jr. to score or assist. Obviously, with all the nonsense and the terrible situation that happened after his goal, it was sort of overshadowed that it was such an unbelievable goal last week for them. The punters are either backing him to get another one, or he's tied with Michael Elise for most assists in the competition so far, and they're backing him to either set a goal up or score one.
And the last one, if it comes down to it, is on your shoulders, Ben. What are you going for?
Yeah, well, he'll be disappointed for a couple of reasons if he doesn't manage to get this one in. Arda Güler, 1 shot on target. It's his birthday today.
Oh, okay.
He's had 3 shots on target against Benfica already this season, including 2 last week. He might want to mark his birthday with a goal, but obviously a bit more conservative to try and hopefully get us over the line for a win and just get 1 on target for us.
That will be great. Before I let you go, can you confirm the Bet Builder Insurance, the odds and the value of the charity bet one more time, please?
Yeah, sure. So all of those, the 5 selections, which I'll run through again. Real Madrid to win, both teams to score. Camavinga, 2+ fouls. Vinicius Jr. to score or assist, and Arda Güler shot on target, come in at just over 5-1. So we'll be donating £61 to the Attitude Foundation if we're lucky enough to find a winner. And a reminder there that the 3 player selections, Camavinga, Vinicius and Arda Güler, will be covered by super subs. If they come on, your bet rolls onto the players.
Amazing. Ben, we'll let you go just before the owners of that house come back.
Yeah, I've got to get out now.
Thanks for coming on our show. Have a great one. We'll speak to you in a bit. Good work as always.
Cheers, bye-bye.
There you go. That's Paddy Power's Bet Better for today. Minimum odds on 5 18 plus. BeGambleAway.org.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus. BeGambleAway.org.
Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein, Bent alongside. What were you going to say?
Q.
Q. When we come back, we'll be asking the question, if Hearts win the Premiership, is that good or bad for Scottish football? That would, of course, mean that either Rangers or Celtic wouldn't have Champions League football as well. Good or bad? 03717 22 33 44.
This came up a couple of times. Grappling, wrestling at corner kicks, does it need clamping down upon? Or has it become a part of a team's armoury, if you like, their approach in a game? Former referee Graham Scott, in his Telegraph column, enough already. Corner kicks in football are becoming a farce that's impossible to police and ruining the spectacle. Action is needed. For solutions, I would imitate hockey by forcing teams to place a certain number of players in the other half. It need not be many, but it would create space. In other words, the scene inside the box is way too congested, and there's all sorts of goings on that shouldn't be going on, and it's got to stop. Is he right?
I don't think so. My gut feeling is that it can be managed better. And now we've got VAR and it's here to stay, and we've got to embrace it. Let's use it to its max. The problem we've got is on a lot of these situations with the corners, the punishments aren't there for a lot of what's going on. And a part of the reason is, and I understand it from the officials, is that they don't want to be constantly having interruptions and free kicks, but it's a short-term. You've got it for short-term chaos.
Yeah,
will create a better long-term. If you start, so for example, if a defender is facing the other way and not looking at the ball, even if he's not committing a foul, you can give one. For example, that, you know, he's not no intention to play the ball, and I'm stopping Simon, and the ball's behind me, you can give a penalty.
Manchester United are reaping the positive financial impact of their off-pitch transformation. That's according to Chief Exec Omar Barada with the release of the latest half-yearly figures. United generated an operating profit of £32.6 million in the first 6 months of the fiscal year. The same period last year yielded a £3.9 million loss. Next, will the fitness of English teams in the Champions League give them the edge in this season's competition? Eddie Howe claims his Newcastle side could beat any of the sides left. talkSPORT's Danny Murphy says the difference in physical prowess is noticeable.
The physicality of the Premier League teams has just gone up a notch. Right. I mean, OK, we can argue they're not as talented as years gone by or whatever in terms of the depth of talent, but physicality. The way Chelsea went after Barca, the way Arsenal went after Munich, the way Liverpool rolled over Madrid. It's just too physical.
A consortium looking to buy relegated Sheffield Wednesday says it's withdrawn from the process with a sense of regret. The group says it began the purchase opportunity in good faith, but their sizable binding bid can no longer be justified. They blame historic mishandling of the club and have told fans they deserve better. And Constitution Hill won't feature in this year's champion hurdle at Cheltenham. Trainer Nicky Henderson and owner Michael Buckley said they spent a lot of time soul-searching ahead of reaching their decision. talkSPORT's Rupert Bell says it's not a huge surprise.
When he's been hurdling, he's been falling, and he did so dramatically in last year's champion hurdle. And Charlie, I assume you were there last year, you've been part of what happened, and he's fallen in subsequent races. And so the debate within racing circles is, should he take his chance and try and regain his crown when his jumping is such a problem?
Cheltenham have invited the 9-year-old to parade on Champion Hurdle Day so his supporters can say goodbye. It all gets underway a week on Tuesday, and you can hear the whole thing across the talkSPORT network.
Well, back to our tour drive on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, someone that's never late, Darren Bent.
Get up, open that thing. Yeah, mate. Yeah, bit of James Brown. Can we get that James Brown next year?
Why have you got top on? What's happened?
That joke.
Still to come, we'll be hearing what happened when one player who didn't go to the World Cup speaks to another one, as Bentley caught up with Ivan Toney.
How are you going to disrespect? He went to Euros.
What? Well, that's not World Cup then, is it? Where'd you go to? But now, would it be good for Scottish football if Hearts won the title?
It's no flash in the pan. They've been there through consistency all season long. And I think just naturally over time, people have been writing them off saying our Hearts will fall away.
It's brilliant for Scottish football, isn't it? Come on, let's not kid ourselves on. It's a breath of fresh air.
We've given ourselves a chance still. We've been chasing at this stage, Simon, each year now for quite a number of years, Celtic would be well cleared.
Yeah, the title race in Scotland is the tightest it's been in years. Just 6 points separate the top three. Hearts, of course, they're currently top, 4 points clear of Rangers in second. Celtic third, 6 points off the top, but they do have a game in hand. talkSPORT Scottish football correspondent David Tanner was on the Breakfast Show this morning. He had this to say, that he doesn't expect Heart fans to fall away anytime soon.
Hearts are still top. People are still in Glasgow at any rate talking about their bubble bursting, but they've been without the two key players, as you mentioned there, Ali, and they're still firing on all cylinders. This is Derek McInnes's year, and it's going to take a hell of a turnaround now to stop him. And I've got a feeling Hearts might just go all the way.
Now, every single year before a ball is kicked, you and I have a conversation. I used to have the same conversation with Cundy, that you can pick between one of two teams who will win the Scottish Premiership. Obviously, it's either Rangers or Celtic. This year, it's nowhere near as easy. In fact, it's without doubt a three-horse race, and you wouldn't really put your money on any one of the three guaranteed. Good or bad? It's got to be good, right? I can't see a negative side to it.
I think it's really good. Listen, a team other than Rangers and so the last team to do that was what? Aberdeen.
I think it was Aberdeen.
84, 85
There you go.
was the last time.
Who was in charge of that team?
Fergie. And they won it the year before that, back to back. So that's how long it's been. So you think, really, should two teams really have a stranglehold on a league like that? Probably not. But I think it'd be brilliant for football if Hearts would somehow manage to break that stranglehold. I know Rangers spent a lot of time outside the top division because of, was it financial reasons, or they were punished and they got sent back down?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
they were missing for a while. But if Hearts could somehow manage to do it, I mean, that will give everyone else hope. If anything else, just hope, because you think
it does give them hope. Go on, sorry.
Just because if you think Rangers and Celtic are such juggernauts in terms of football, that if a team like Hearts, who are not nowhere near as big as those two, could somehow get that over the line, that just gives everyone else hope in that division.
It does.
Well, do you know what? I know it's an anomaly, but
it
still.
does. But if you had a team like when I know people, it's a great comparison to make as well. When Leicester won it, right? I don't know. It was good for football to show that an underdog can compete with the big dogs, right? But it then becomes embarrassing for Rangers and Celtic, right? They are the powerhouses up there. No other team should really be getting anywhere near them, right? Over such a long season. It gives everyone hope. You are right. I just don't know whether it becomes a little bit embarrassing for Scottish football that a tiny little Hearts have beaten the giants that are former champions of Europe. Celtic.
Some people might even say that it's safe football though, because if Hearts were to win it, all of a sudden, all those teams that kind of I like would know those two, Celtic and Rangers, they've got all the money, they've got all the best players. They take our best players usually. Whenever someone's half decent from any of the other sides, Rangers and Celtic go, we'll have them.
Yeah.
If Hearts will somehow overcome all of that and win it, almost not. I won't say saves football, but you almost go, oh, hold on, maybe it is possible, it is doable. Just gives everyone that extra belief. And I'm guessing most neutral, maybe not Hibs, but I'm guessing most football fans around the world looking at that situation would go, well, it'd be quite. It brings a welcome change to it.
And what it does, it gets you and I talking about it in the 5 o'clock hour. Now, that's our biggest hour. It always has been on Drive. The middle hour is huge, right? So we save the big story till 5. That's how it works. We're talking about Scottish football and the race for the title. We would never do that if it was Rangers Celtic, because it's just, you could do that any year. It's the same.
So their manager, right? Hearts' manager, his name kind of eludes me.
Yeah.
Derek McGuinness, right? If they were to win it, right, he wins the.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
All right. Do you think that is the best? If you talk about the big leagues, like say Barca win it, Real Madrid win it, Arsenal, Man City win it, PSG, would he have done the best job out of all of them? It'd have to be yes.
Not more than when Leicester won it. I think Leicester winning it's bigger.
No, I'm talking about if at the end of this season, if Arteta wins the Prem, or
this season,
that would have been the biggest.
What in world football?
It must be
that we know about.
Yeah, the big leagues that we talk about.
It must be right.
That is something to overcome.
That is some achievement. It depends where. I mean, if Brentford finish a season with European football, remind me. So
the geezer wins the league with Hearts.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I'm just trying to put up some kind of argument as to what people might find.
I don't think there can be one. He has that there. If he does this,
okay.
He's got a 4-point gap over Rangers, and he's got
I don't know what the quality of Scottish football is like. So I don't know.
You know Celtic and Rangers.
No, I know them in name, but I don't know if their squad. Look, a couple of years ago, you only got about 4.5 million for winning the league. So it's not as though Celtic, when they win the league, can spend millions upon millions that others can't.
Well, they can in that league.
No, but 4.5 million, you get like 200 million if you win here.
Yeah, but you think about that in comparison to the other league, like the teams like Motherwell's and full.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is you can't buy an £80 million player to make you that much better than the team second.
Oh no, but even if they spent 1 million on a player or whatever it may be, that's still a lot more than Falkirk can spend. Is in comparison.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Even if
it probably would be. Yeah, I can't think of a bigger achievement, right? Can you?
I can't. No, I mean honestly, if Hearts can do this. The likes of Livingston and Kilmarnock, St Mirren, Dundee. It's like, oh my goodness. I bet all them teams are thinking, I'd love them to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably will be. Let's take some calls now. I want to take as many as we can, actually. 03717223334. Darren is nearly in dreamland. He's a Hearts fan. Hi, Daz.
How you doing?
I'm great, man. How are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. Yep, very well, very well.
Let me ask you, listen, I'll be honest, right? Our knowledge of Scottish football is nowhere near as good as yours.
Yep.
Let me ask you this question. At the beginning of the season, before a ball was kicked, A, what was the expectation of your team Hearts? And B, what is the gulf between the Rangers and the Celtics and a club like Hearts? How big a gap is that?
Well, the gap's enormous. Celtic's turnover last year was, I think, 130 million. Hearts' turnover last year was 25 million.
Okay, wow.
So, so just in terms of monetary aspects, Rangers and Celtic, the gulf in size is enormous, has been for a number of years, or 40 odd years. I think the last team to come close to breaking the duopoly was Hearts in 85-86. And when Hearts lost the league on the last game of the season.
Right.
Which was devastating I was a young man at that time, devastating. However, this year, the expectation, Hearts finished in the lower half of the season last season, and as a result, our expectation was to try and get in the top 6. So we've surpassed all expectations.
Wow. Okay. Are you going to win it? Do you feel confident you are going to win it?
I think if we win, in Scotland we have a split in the last 5 games of the season are played as a round robin between the top 6.
That's right.
So if we get through, if we've got 5 more games before the split, if we win 4 out of those 5 games, it's in our hands. Okay. But the next 4 and 5 games are very important.
How long have you been a Hearts fan for?
All my life, 55 years.
Okay, what a great caller you are, by the way. What's the major difference between how your team are playing football this season and last season? And is the gap, you're so much better, or they've just fallen away a bit?
I think it's a bit of both. I think the difference last season, I think we've got a proper manager, first of all. I think McInnes has come in and done a fabulous job. We've got the core of it. It's interesting because everyone talks about the Tony Bloom investment.
Yes, I was going to ask about that.
The core of the side remains the same as last year. So a lot of it's about, having players playing in the right positions. A lot of players are playing out their skin. It's been supplemented by some very good signings, some astute business. We've got quite a big and healthy squad. Rangers and Celtic aren't the teams that they were. But if you take Rangers, for example, I think in January they spent something in the region of about between 12 and 15 million pound. Wow. I think Hearts spent in total about £2 million this entire season on transfer fees. So the gulf in class is enormous. Celtic haven't hit the heights. They've had their own challenges. They're having challenges off the field with their fans. They've had multiple managerial changes, but they're still on paper got a very, very good squad. But as yet, they're not performing. But that's not to say they won't. And we can't forget the other teams in the Motherwells of this. The Motherwell are playing some outstanding football. Hibs have been playing very well. I'm a Hearts fan, but I don't mind seeing Hibs doing relatively well as long as Hearts beat them.
And can I ask, I don't know if you remember when Leicester won the Prem down here, right? That a lot of football fans that weren't fans of the teams that could have won it, like Liverpool and Chelsea and Manchester United and Liverpool, a lot of those fans wanted Leicester to win it. How is it viewed north of the border? Does everyone that's not Rangers or Celtic, do they all want Hearts to win it?
Probably not. It's a bit tribal up here, to be perfectly honest. And if you ask a Hibs fan, they'll probably say the worst thing in the world is for Hearts to win it.
I get that.
But listen, I think everyone's fed up with the duopoly that is Celtic and Rangers. 40 odd years of the same teams winning.
Yeah,
it's boring. It's why we don't have the Sky deal. Sky must be kicking themselves this year in the sense that they can only show four home Hearts games a season, part of the Sky deal. Everything's all about Celtic and Rangers, and I get that, but not everyone supports Celtic and Rangers, and it's a bit of a turn-off. So the fact that Hearts are on the telly a lot, the fact that every other team's on the telly a lot more, and the fact that you guys are talking about it at this stage in the season, as you mentioned earlier, in 5 and 6, is phenomenal. Scottish football has for a long time been talked down, but it's about time, I think, it gets talked up, because look at the national side, look at some of the players that we've got that are playing in either down south or abroad, as well as in Scotland. Things are brighter than they've been for a long time.
Darren, I've got to let you go, but you are officially now the drive time Scottish football correspondent, all right?
Well, I'm up for that.
You might be one of the best callers we've ever had. You've smashed it. Thank you so much for your time. And good luck between now and the end of the season.
Yeah, fingers crossed, boys. Thanks very much.
Cheers, Dazza. Thanks, man. What a great caller he was.
Cool. I mean,
amazing, by the way.
I'm still looking at Fergie doing the back-to-back 83-84. 84-85.
Do you know what's more unbelievable about what Fergie did at Aberdeen? So he won the Cup Cup.
Yep, 82-83.
Okay. They beat Real Madrid.
Yep. Eric Black scored.
Okay, that was the last time Real Madrid lost the European final.
Was it?
How about that for a stat? Yeah.
In my head now, I'm trying to wrap my brain about
No, you won't find one. That's a well, I say well-known. Yeah, but that's true.
Wow.
Last time Real Madrid lost the European final was against Aberdeen and Fergie. Right, we'll stay with Scottish football. You just heard from a wonderful caller there, obviously a Hearts fan. He thinks they've got every chance, which of course they do. And he says it'll be a good thing for Scottish football, which you would. But do you? 03717 22 3344. More calls right after this.
Simon, it's reported Frank Warren of Queensbury is engaged in a legal battle with the company's seller and TKO headed up by Turki Al Sheikh and Dana White. They are fronting Zuffa Boxing. What's all this about? Mr. Warren's company, Queensbury, is claiming that seller and TKO breached contracts they'd signed with them and went behind his back to form a venture, Zuffa, that aims to dominate boxing. The Telegraph understands this morning that Queensbury will seek up to $1 billion compensation for income the company claims it would have made had the contracts been honoured. Frank suing Turki and Al Sheikh and Dana White. Turki Al Sheikh and Dana White. It seems it's all getting a bit nasty, isn't it? And those who were once friends are very much no longer friends.
Well, I mean, they fling writs around like confetti in this space at the times, don't they? But I mean, it's kind of in this territory of where I suggested it might be at some point, which is that the Saudis will have their own lifespan, their own attitude towards the boxing industry, and eventually not have the necessity to deal with the Eddie Hearns and Frank Warrens of the world if their ultimate aim is to conquer demand and diminish the sport that they're in by being the sole force in it. Now, Frank even has a contract with them. First of all, he was the person that opened the door. Let's not forget that prior to this relationship that's now in the world of boxing in terms of the Saudis being so influential, in 2023, Frank was the gatekeeper, was the intellectual capital behind delivering the outcome of Tyson Fury fighting, I think, Francis Ngannou. And everything spiraled off that. And all of a sudden, everybody was feeding off the Saudi teat, weren't they? In came Eddie Hearn, in came everybody else, and everybody was in this gravy train of opportunity.
Hey, sorry, people
love the cause.
People correcting you. People saying Real Madrid lost against Chelsea in the Super Cup final, which is a European Cup final. 98-99.
It's not a cup final, is it?
Yeah. Incorrect. Chelsea beat.
No, not incorrect. You know what I mean?
No.
You can always find that. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
A proper competition.
That is.
It's not. It's the winners of two. That's not a competition, Super Cup.
Yeah, you got to win.
No.
You got to win a competition to get in it.
Yeah, but that's not a competition. It's not.
Do you get a medal? Do you get a trophy at the end of it?
You'll get a medal in a minute.
Oh, thanks.
Most annoying co-host.
So everyone's saying that you're wrong.
Well, everyone's wrong. I'm right. So I didn't make that stuff. It's a well-known fact. What's the fella's name?
I'm telling you.
Hold on. Block. There you go, blocked him. Still to come, we'll hear what happened when Benty caught up exclusively with his new best mate, Ivan Toney. What?
No.
Oh, he'll only speak to me. Just quickly, Chelsea have been fined £325,000, West Ham £300,000 over a mass confrontation between players during their game in January. Where's that money go? Who gets that? Premier League, FIFA, Christmas?
It's the Christmas night out.
I mean, when you were playing and you like early on, right? Fines, did it go into a pot for Christmas?
Yeah.
Ever? It did.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Some of the pots were nice, man. Trust me.
It is a little stat for you. Again, you can Google this. This is true.
Yeah, but your last one was wrong.
No, this is true. When Manchester United had their first shirt sponsor, which was Sharp, that deal was sorted out by the then manager, Ron Atkinson, and that money that they got for that sponsorship went into the Christmas pot.
Wow.
I mean, that's nuts, right?
It's unbelievable.
Now, he's up. When you think he's worth gazillions now.
Someone's put here, always telling Porkies to suit his United... Honestly.
Oh, my God. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but last
you know
one...
what it is? That is other fans going, I bet it's a Chelsea fan. And we beat them.
Yeah, but they beat you in the final.
Yeah, but it's not a final, is it? Okay, is a Community Shield a final?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Of course it is.
No, it's not.
Do you get a trophy at the end of it? Then it's a final.
No. Yeah, okay, let me ask you this. If Arsenal were unbeaten in FA Cup, League Cup, Champions League, Europa and Conference Finals, right? They've been in all of them over the last however many, won them all, right? And they lost the Community Shield.
Yeah.
Would I be right or wrong to say you've never lost in a final?
No, you'd be wrong because we lost in the Community Shield.
That's not a final. It's not a final, is it? I hope you're losing all of them. West Brom have sacked head coach Eric Ramsey after 9 games in charge with the side sat a point above the Championship relegation zone.
Benny, can you give a shout out for that stat? Real Madrid losing the cup final to Chelsea.
Well, they haven't. Community Shield. That's why people don't like you. Should we talk more Scottish football? 03717 2233 let's go to the phone line. Steve is a Hibs fan. Hello, Steve-o.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Good. Is a Community Shield a final or not?
I don't think it's a glorified friendly.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a final. What about the Super Cup?
Again, glorified friendly.
Thank you.
No other teams involved bar 2 champions. You
Thank
can't
you.
really call that a competition.
Thank you.
Do you know what? I really hope Arts win the league now. I really hope they win.
Oh, my...
I thought you'd say that.
I hope Arts win it.
Oi, that's him, by the way, Steve. That's what I deal with week in, week out. You're a disgrace. Go on, Steve. What would you want to say?
Yeah, no, just as obviously as a Hibs fan, you know, we're in our 150th year of the club, you know, big celebrations, big things, and we're watching our city rivals do exceptionally well. You know, it's disillusioning, it's disheartening, and no matter how you look at it, you know, obviously seeing the old firm not win the league, it's brilliant. But for me, anyone but them. And it's like there's a whole part of me that feels completely jaded by it all, despite wanting to feel so good about seeing Rangers and Celtic, the so-called big teams of, you know, Scotland, whose supporters go worldwide, whose, you know, reaches worldwide, you know, come up short domestically. It's just, why did it have to be Hearts? On the flip side, Motherwell, there's a little part of me that feels like they could still give a run to the end, and that would be something special. Their football has been tremendous this year. It really has.
So can I ask, I'm still none the wiser. Do you think it's good or bad for Scottish football if Hearts win it?
Well, for Scottish football, it's a good thing. Of course it is. You know, the national game itself, you know, recently BBC Alba signed up to show Serie A games, given we've got 6 or 7 Scottish, you know, players playing in Serie A, which is obviously a brilliant thing. You know, that shows that we're on a global kind of, you know, stage. Yes, Serie A isn't what it was in the 90s, but it's still fantastic to see. So having somebody else win, you know, the top prize in Scotland, it's like, you know, how long has it been since it's happened? 1980 something.
Yeah.
it can only be a good thing.
Okay.
It's just, as a Hibs fan, it's of all the things to happen.
Steve, before I let you go, you just heard who Benty wants to win the Premiership. He's an Arsenal fan. Who would you like to see win the Premier League?
Do you know, I'm in a group chat with over 20 Arsenal fans, and I give them stick all the time whenever they, mess up. I'm not going to lie. I give them lots of memes, lots of kind of things. However, from a football perspective, to anyone to beat Manchester City to the league, in my eyes, that's what I want to see.
I hope Hibs win it. I hope Hibs win it.
He just said he wants your team to lose.
I hope Hibs win.
No, I genuinely want. I'd like to see Arsenal win it because it's about time. They spent so much money. They need to do it. Now is now. Otherwise,
we were getting on so well.
Move on.
Steve, I'm going to cut you off. We're getting on so well.
Why are you going to cut him off? See that, and that's the real Andy Goldstein.
Ian's up next. Hello, Ian.
Hi guys, how are we?
Good man. How are you?
All right. Good. It's an honour to actually speak to you guys.
Oh, how nice.
Just before I start, I was going to say, is it possible that me, my little boy, could be your talkSPORT official Football Ground UK correspondent, as you've already offered the Scottish ones to the early chap, the Hearts fan?
What job do you want?
The official UK Football Grounds correspondent.
Well, that sounds like a very big job.
Just give it to him.
Football Grounds, what does that mean?
We've got knowledge on, me and my little boy over the last 5 years have visited 1,238 football grounds in the UK.
Yeah, I like that. I think.
Hold on.
So if we've got a game at Falkirk.
Yeah.
What's the stadium like at Falkirk, Ian?
It's actually quite nice. They've got three stands and one sort of just empty field, but it's nice. It's all right.
I'll tell you what I'll do. You can jointly have that, or your son can be our official mascot.
Oh, my little boy, I say little boy, he's 14, but Dalton will love that.
All right. What's his name?
Dalton, you just said that.
Dalton, sorry. That cut out there, so I didn't hear Dalton.
D-A-L-T-O-N.
Dalton is... Oh, wait, don't need to spell it. Dalton is now the official mascot of Drive Time.
Cool. That's great. Appreciate that.
What does Ian get?
Ian, he drives our official mascot around the country.
Well, that's fair enough. Happy with that.
Ian, is there anything you'd like to add to that before we let you go?
No, I just wanted to say, me and my little boy support Motherwell's, our second football team. We go up from Ipswich to see them every 6 weeks.
Oh, no. I'm taking that back.
There we go.
He's not the mascot anymore. I'm taking that back.
He is.
Can't have no Ipswich connections on this show. Sorry, Ian. Explain to Dalton why he's no longer the mascot. Have a good day. Bye, mate. Yeah. There you go.
Look at that is honestly, you are the worst. People think, honestly, you can't say anything now. That's the real Andy Goldstein. Cut him off. Poor Dalton and his dad Ian.
I had to go to a break. Joe's going at me. That's blame. Don't mention Ipswich connection.
Joe didn't do nothing.
Don't mention Ipswich connection. You've had a job and then you've lost it.
Honestly.
And Dalton, if you're listening, your dad's to blame.
Ian and Dalton.
Mention Ipswich.
You just hung up on them.
Anyway, we've got a vacancy. We would like.
No, we haven't. Dalton is the official mascot.
No, he's not. I've binned him. I'm the MD of this company.
Binned him.
Still to come, we're in Bentley's exclusive interview with Ivan Toney. But it's time for no Googling. On the lookout for a mascot, by the way.
No, we're not. We've got
no
Dalton.
Ipswich connections, otherwise you're done. We want to know who's the youngest captain to ever win the Champions League. What an amazing question that is. I'll give you a clue. He was 24. But who was he? The answer to that...
And our mascot Dalton on
No. On our mascotless Drive Time show with Andy Goldstein Darren Bent.
Chatting in the office earlier, we're discussing Arsenal, how they've embraced the dark arts under Arteta, time wasting, being annoying to play against. Bit of housery. We wanted to know whether you're a fan of the way Arsenal go about their business. Here's Cundy's take on Arsenal's housery and dark arts from last season.
And also, they're Arsenal. And what have they done in the last 20 years? Seriously? How can they be taking that battle there? Quieten yourselves down. You're a good side, really good team, and showed that the weekend. You're probably going to be second again.
Yeah.
When you win something, then you can shout from the houses. Then you can start doing all this housery. Then it's built on nothing other than, it comes from Arteta. He loves to promote, and it's fine. Arsenal fans would love it, and I totally get it. I watched Chelsea under Jose, right? Jose won things. Jose won Premier League. Back-to-back Premier Leagues.
Yeah.
He was there. You earn the right.
Yeah.
You earn the right. And right now, Arsenal haven't earned the right to be doing that sort of housery.
What's your take on that, Jace? Because I know you've got a different opinion now.
Well, Arsenal are earning the right. Anyone that's ever listened to me over the years, I've got no problem with players housery, diving, conning the ref, going down injured, all of that, right? I've got no...
Amen Corner, perhaps the most feared run of holes in golf. Each year, it claims the tournament hopes of many, with balls hitting bunkers and water traps aplenty. But why is it so fearsome, and where did it get its name? Just the thoughts of holes 11, 12 and 13 at Augusta National gives the likes of Rory McIlroy and Jordan Spieth the shivers. McIlroy hit 3 over and Spieth hit 4 over in their final rounds to blow their hopes of a green jacket in 2011 and 2016 respectively. But did you know Amen Corner's name is inspired by a jazz song from 1933? American sports writer Herbert Warren Wint, on the left here, wrote about it in 1958, referencing the song shouted in that Amen Corner when describing the run. Hole 11 is a par 4 over 520 yards with a green guarded by a pond and bunkers to the front edge. 12, perhaps golf's most famous hole, is a par 3 over just 155 yards. The green's guarded by Rays Creek at the front, more bunkers and azalea bushes ready to punish the smallest error. Then there's the 13th that teases the hook shot over the trees. It's a dogleg par 5 over 545 yards that's inviting for big hitters who want to reach the green in 2. If you want to win the Masters, you have to keep your score down around Amen Corner. So who'll be the next to fall victim to golf's most famous and most daunting challenge?
Drive on talkSPORT, it's me, Andy Goldstein, the superstar. It is Darren Bent. Before the break, I asked the question, who's the youngest captain ever to win the Champions League? He was 24 and it was...
Ooh, Casillas?
I'll give you a clue, double D.
Double D?
Yeah. I mean, sorry, they're his initials.
Double D, I'm going to go for...
French.
Didier Deschamps?
Yes.
In my head, I know he's not...
Marseille, 1993.
Was he?
Yeah, how many is that?
Because the only double D's, when you said that, Denzel Dumfries, but you know what I mean?
Here's a question for you, captains. Youngest ever captain in a cup final in England is who? I think I know this.
Joe Francis?
No. I think it's Sunderland that was the team, and he went on to play for Liverpool. I think, people can confirm it, I think it's Barry Venison.
Oh.
Remember him?
Yeah.
I think he was 17.
The locks?
Yeah, I think he was 17.
Wow.
I'm sure people will get excited about that and go, no, it wasn't. Right, earlier today, our very own Darren Bent caught up and spoke exclusively to England striker Ivan Toney. Across the next 2 days on Drive, you hear Toney discuss life in Saudi Arabia, his hopes of going to the World Cup, and whether he has his eyes on a return to the Premier League. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did really enjoy it. Oh, where's your question?
No.
Yeah, no, I did really enjoy it. He spoke really well, really honest. And yeah, I enjoyed it.
Well, Bentley started by asking him about his side, currently sitting top of the Saudi Pro League.
Everyone's excited to see what we could achieve. Obviously, we know it's a long way yet, but yeah, everyone's excited to take one game at a time, and hopefully, we can achieve something special.
Now, on a personal level for you, it's been brilliant. I mean, 30 goals, over 30 goals in all competitions, 23 and 21 games in the league, more goals than Ronaldo. I mean, that's some return. You must feel confident as anything.
Yeah, I do. Every time I step on the pitch, I feel like I'm going to score, I've got that confidence at the moment. So, but that's always good, having a striker in a team that feels like it's going to score goals and can score goals. And obviously it's helping at the moment, considering where we are in the table. So it's good.
Is it one of those where, because listen, we all know about Cristiano and he's obviously his career, but with more goals in him, it's something that you look at because as strikers, of course, we're selfish to a point. You always want to finish top goal scorer, but you also want to score more goals than who other people perceive as obviously one of the greatest players ever. Do you take any pride in that, or is that something that you kind of not inspire to, but is that like one of your targets?
Yeah, of course. As being a striker, you want to be scoring goals, and when you're this far through the season and you're close to the top of the goal scoring chart, it's kind of like, okay, let me stay here now. And of course, we know goals win games, and that's what I'm trying to do for the team and help us in the league. So, yeah, I want to try and stay there now, and obviously, the more goals I get, the more chance we've got of winning games, and it'll help us in the league as well. So, that's my main goal.
Of course. And I want to touch on your time now in the actual Saudi Pro League. I mean, you've been there now for about a couple of years now coming up to. How are you enjoying your time there?
Yeah, it's good here, man. I feel like I've settled a lot. As you can see from how I'm playing, how I'm scoring. The team I'm in, it's a great team. Obviously, we're in all competitions, and everyone's excited to try and do the treble. And with that kind of talk, it shows everyone's oozing with confidence. But yeah, my time here is going good, and I'm enjoying the journey. I'm enjoying the journey day by day. It was a big step for me, but I'm glad I've done it, and it's a good journey at the moment.
I mean, you said there was a big step for you. Now, listen, I've followed your career closely for a long time, and you've been prolific at whatever level you've played at. You've always scored goals. So for me, on the outside, it looks like whatever level you play at, you find it quite naturally comfortable to score goals, and you kind of rise to the occasion. How have you found the standard when you've got over there? Because as I said, you scored 20 goals in the Premier League. I saw you play for Brentford in the Championship and break the goal scoring record in the Championship. You've gone to Saudi now. You've hit 30 goals in 2 consecutive seasons. How have you found the standard since you got there?
Yeah, the standard was good. And it's just going to keep improving, I feel, with the quality that each team has. And with me personally, I feel like wherever I go, no matter what situation, I just want to be scoring goals. And I think if you check my career and check my stats, wherever I've gone, I've scored goals, and that's my main achievement that I want to set out to do. But coming here with the not knowing what I was stepping into, I felt straight at home with the team. Obviously, there was a lot of different backgrounds, but everyone integrated as one, and made me feel at home, and I started scoring goals straight away.
How was it that you ended up in Al Ahly? Because as I said, I'm guessing quite a few people were in for you, of course, in terms of getting your signature to get in play over there. What was it about Al Ahly that kind of attracted you to that football club?
I think it was the club that wanted me the most. There was always in talks of trying to bring me over, and I felt like I did want to do something different, going into this side of the world. I don't know what I was stepping into, but with me, I feel like I settled in quite quick, and I'm excited to open to new things, And when I come here straight away, I felt at home, and I come with my family, and it was all good, So yeah, I'm glad I made this step, and I'm sure I know this league will just keep improving and keep bringing quality to it.
Of course, and someone who you do play with, of course, is Riyad Mahrez, who we all know, and I'm sure you know him as well, for his time at Manchester City. Absolutely incredible player. What's it like working with him every day?
Yeah, it's top. I mean, he's won all these trophies and is a top professional. And everyone knows his quality on the pitch is top. It's unbelievable. And playing with someone like that, you know you're gonna get goals because he'll put the ball where you want it, and you just have to make sure you put it in the back of the net.
And has he still got that? Because I wouldn't even say hunger, that's probably the wrong word to use, but do you still see the same morals? Because you would have played at him when he was at Manchester City. You've now seen him there as a teammate. I always hear people talk really highly about him trading, the levels that he sets. Is it still the same now, playing with you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he wants to be winning things. He's done that throughout his whole career. And I've said this before, like coming here, some people will be settling and thinking this, but I don't see that in his team, especially in obviously Riyadh as well. He's got that quality. I think he's got probably the best touch in football, and it shows. And he's the kind of player that helps players around him become even better and want to be achieving and winning things, you know. So a player like that in your team, I'm sure anybody would want.
Of course. Now I want to talk to you about something that it's actually surprised me, because you took a penalty recently and you missed it, and I couldn't believe what I was watching. I mean, you still scored a hat-trick, so that's decent, but I couldn't believe what I was watching, but still, that's your bread and butter. I've got to talk to you about the run-up and the way you take a penalty, because, listen, for me, you're one of the best penalty takers in Premier League history, in terms of you're one of the only players I see, when they get a penalty, it's a goal. I don't even question it, it's a goal. Where did that come from, that self-belief, and certainly that run-up?
Well, firstly, that penalty miss was AI. I don't know if everyone see that, but it was AI. To be fair, I just kind of I just thought different things when I first missed one against a keeper that I used to play with. I kind of thought, why, let me change my run up. Let me see what I can do to give myself the best advantage of scoring. And then obviously with the new rule, the keeper has to stay on the line. And I feel like it's kind of hard for him to react so fast when you're close to the ball, and then you put it in one of the corners. So I think if you practice that and you perfect it, then it's kind of on yourself. The only way you'd miss if you mess up rather than the keeper doing something good. But yeah, I feel like the penalty missed the other day, I didn't sleep, but like you said, I went on to score a hat-trick. So if someone said to me, miss this penalty, we'll give you a hat-trick in the second half, then I probably would have took it.
But I mean, I need to. How long does it take you to perfect that? Because I'm watching it, you don't even look at the ball. Now that would make me nervous, because I need to know exactly where my foot's going to be planted and where the ball is. But not at one stage do you even look at the ball.
I think if you practice a run-up, I've been doing it for like 6-7 years now. I think if you know you run up, the ball doesn't move, the goal doesn't move, you just have to be confident on making a good connection with the ball. And yeah, I can't say too much because I might get found out a lot more. But yeah, you just have to practice it really and know the run up. And yeah, be confident on doing it.
Next time on Drive Chat with Ivan Toney.
Me personally, my opinion, I don't think it should make a difference. I think if you can play football no matter where you are playing in the world, it should be enough. There's been no conversation, but I don't expect it to be, you know, because he's got so many other players that he has to be watching also, and I'm sure he'll probably be keeping one eye on me and see what I'm doing. I can change my mind very quick, so one step at a time. Obviously, who knows what can happen if I was to return to Premier League. I would be open to it, but you never say never. You never know what football brings and what's around the corner. Suarez, Rooney, Fernando Torres.
Wow, okay. Didn't see that one coming. Yeah, nice.
I'd have to say Aguero.
So no Thierry.
Tune in for part 2, it says on our screen. If you're listening on the radio, you wouldn't know that, so I thought I'd read it to you. A reminder, you can hear part 2 of Benny's exclusive chat with his best mate Ivan Toney on Drive tomorrow at 4 o'clock, including whether or not we could see him back in the Premier League. Good chat with him. I've taught you so much.
You haven't taught me nothing. No, you have taught me a lot. Not what to do.
I taught you that joke as well.
No, just sorry.
He's definitely coming back.
I think so. Sorry, the best thing you taught me was that line, which I hit you with, when you said no one. Because you was...
I bet you used that, didn't you?
Yeah, I used it on you. And you went...
No, yesterday, yeah.
But no, yeah, he was brilliant.
You were great in that.
Really open.
Said no one.
Yeah. He really open about what he wants to do. And
I like your chat about the penalty taking.
Yeah, I mean, he's unbelievable, isn't he? He missed one and scored a hat-trick.
Yeah.
In the same game.
Yeah. He scored 55 of 58 penalties.
That's ridiculous, isn't it?
And well, it's ridiculous, but also the way he does it is even more ridiculous.
He spoke in depth about when he practiced it, when he first started doing it, the run-up, everything. But he's one of the few players I'd say probably in world football that when they get a penalty, I don't even question it. I go. You know, you get some players you go.
There didn't used to be as much of an art to it.
Yeah.
You sort of felt it was potluck, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day. Now, I mean, there's such an art to it.
Well, I almost think now it's even more of a skill because of goalkeepers doing their homework. There's footage on everything. Goalkeepers have now got it written on their water bottles, whatever they've got in the goal, and him still to be as prolific as he is. That is incredible because they know you just can't predict where he's going to put it.
The problem goalkeepers got is that he waits to the last minute. So if he sees you go left, he'll put it to your right.
Yeah.
And if you wait, it's too fast the ball for you to get. So you almost have to guess, but you can't because he'll see you guess.
Well, he said that as well. What helps is when they changed the rule that goalkeepers, remember Dudek in the final where he's about 4 foot off his line? Yeah. He said when they changed the rule to goalkeepers couldn't come off their line until he hit the ball, he said that did him a massive favour. Because now he can wait now and take his time. Yeah. They can't gamble.
No, it's not.
That Dudek one's crazy, isn't it?
If you've not seen it, you need to go to YouTube because he's probably, I'm not exaggerating, 4 feet, 5 feet off his line.
Well, I think he's nearly on the 6-yard line.
Yeah,
by the time he saves the ball.
Yeah, which is insane, isn't it?
We'll talk about Champions League final as well, by the way.
It's insane.
Miracle in Istanbul.
Part 2 of that wonderful chat is in tomorrow's Drive Time show, but still to come on today's Drive Time show. We'll find out what this was all about on the Sports Bar last night.
He owes me a favour, by the way.
Why?
No, I'm not going to tell you. Benty, if you play this, he owes me a favour.
I do owe him a favour.
You know what that's about?
He did something massive for me, so yeah.
All right, okay. Was it to do with his head? That's massive. We'll have a special midweek edition of Benty's EFL Corner.
A bird in the bush. A bird in the hand in the bush.
What? So we're doing a special one, are we? The day after Ipswich win. How weird's that? A special one. We'll also be joined by the GOAT Adrian Dome to look ahead to another big old night of football across the talkSPORT network.
Big, hairy Bosnian centre-halves.
Okay, I think that's the name of his DVD that I lent him. All that and loads more coming up in the last hour drive of talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent. When we come back, the best bits ever in an item that we've called the best bits of talkSPORT ever.
I love a sausage.
Last time out, Josh, in the Masters, you struggled against the boy wonder. Is he so much better than anyone would ever believe, Luke Littler?
Yeah, there has been a couple of times I've let him off. We've played, but listen, you have to learn from their mistakes. And they got away, get the game against me at the Masters, which was my own fault. It just wasn't. I don't think I prepped myself right. So, but we all learn from mistakes and we move on. But at the minute, he is the best player in the world for a reason. 2-time world champion.
What the difference is? What's he doing differently than you? I mean, because it seems like a simple thing to throw the things and hit the numbers. Is it consistency? How good is he?
I just think he's a control freak. he's like a robot, just can do it better than anybody else at the minute.
And how happy are you that obviously every time anybody speaks to you about stuff, they bring him up? I apologise. I'm just gonna.
No, it doesn't bother me because listen, he's made our sport the way it is today. A lot of young kids playing it now. It obviously prize money and all goes up. Darts is probably one of the most watched sports in the world right now. So for him, what he's done is absolutely fantastic, and we have to tip our hat off to him.
Is it a bit annoying that he's, you're 24, right? You should be, you're like, this is up and coming. 24 is young, and yet he's 19. You're like, hang on a second, mate. Like, wind it in for a few years. Let me be up and coming before you're the best player in the world.
Yeah.
I think everybody else thinks that. Just let him go away for a while and let someone else win a tournament.
Why don't he just play out? Why don't you be out playing out with your friends, playing hide and seek? You're too young to be. You're not even old enough to go in the pub, is he?
Welcome back to Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein, the superstar is Darren Bent. Still to come, will be asking if Wrexham getting promoted this season will be the greatest achievement of all time, or up there with one of the best. Just quickly, all 20 Premier League clubs have officially avoided breaches of PSR for last season. Well done. In boxing, Katie Taylor's confirmed she will retire after a farewell fight in Dublin this summer. In a moment, time for the best bits of talkSPORT. But first...
And they're off.
Win a trip to Cheltenham, Alan Brazil style, on talkSPORT.
Now, do you fancy joining talkSPORT at the famous Cheltenham Festival for Gold Cup Day? Well, now's your chance. We're giving away an ultimate hospitality experience for two on Friday the 13th of March. You'll get the full day of VIP treatment, a 4-course lunch, a complimentary bar all day, celebrity tipsters, and more, whatever more is. It's the best way to experience the races, and you'll even get to meet some of the talkSPORT team on site. You've got until 4 p.m. this Friday to get your entries in. Here's how. For a chance to win, text the word WIN to 83338. That's WIN, W-I-N, to 83338. A text will cost £2.50 plus your standard network rate. Or why don't you just pick up the phone and call 0343 418 7260. Lines closed on Friday, this Friday, the 2026 at 4 p.m. Put the year in. 18 plus UK residents only. It's a TalkSPORT promotion. Full T's and C's at talksport.com. So for your chance to win, text the word WIN to 83338 now. Now, time for this. It's a long read, that, isn't it?
Skamaka, goal.
Is it 1-0?
Yeah, Skamaka, I tell that one.
It worked, it rhymes. Right, time for the best of talkSPORT and Friends, where we run you through some of the recent moments from across talkSPORT. Why don't we kick things off with the Brekkie Show from today? Here's Big Alan Brazil laying down some facts about wild deer.
Well, there's too many.
Well, they do. They've got to cull them, haven't
Is it
they?
25 million or something?
Yeah.
25 million deer
It's something ridiculous.
I think
in the UK.
I'm thinking that's
Hold on.
That's a wild
that's an
stat,
overblown
that.
figure.
I think we need to double source this
I've got
information.
that down immediately as an overblown figure.
Reading My Country Life of the weekend, 25 million something that may not have been deer.
Jack just told me there's 2 million. Although he told me other stats throughout today's show that have also been completely wrong, so don't bet on that one. What's the fastest animal a prime Darren Bent could beat in 100 metres?
Oh my goodness.
You ain't beating a dog.
Of course not.
Pig?
Even they can get shit. They can just get a shift on.
Yeah. You beat a pig? Duck. Let's go duck.
Cow.
How fast a cow can run?
Is it top when it's at top end?
I reckon, yeah, 30 miles an hour. No, cow. There's no way a cow's running 30 miles an hour.
No, I'll go cow.
Yeah, I'll beat you. I'll pick down for that. Who's someone at talkSPORT you like to hear narrate a nature documentary?
Big Al.
You think so?
Yeah.
Jim White will be amazing at that.
Yeah, but, no, because we know it's coming. Everything. The antelope, fantastic. You know, everything. No.
Tell us an interesting stat. Can be about anything.
I'll go off you.
Go on. Well, I mean, that's part of what we do now.
The last time Real Madrid lost in a European final, right, was when Aberdeen beat them in, I think it was the Cup Winners' Cup in the 80s.
Hang on. Bang on the money. Breakfast Show's back tomorrow. Big Al and the multi-millionaire that is Gabby Agbon-Lahore.
Do you want to do the rest of it? There's a big guest.
We haven't got time.
There's a big guest, man.
Matt's on the show.
Over to this morning's White and Jordan. Jim and Simon were both in Spain over the weekend. Here's Jim revealing if they met up or not.
Send a message. Are you still up for lunch if you fancy that?
Which I'd said no to previously.
And I wait, and I wait, and I wait, and then it comes in. I'm going to struggle to make lunch tomorrow. I'm in Gib in the morning, Gibraltar presumably. Paddle in the afternoon, paddle tennis presumably. Yeah. I'll text you tomorrow. Did he? Nothing. Not so much as a cheap.
What do you make of Simon ghosting Jim?
I mean, Simon's already explained that he replied to him telling him he's not about, so don't push it, is my advice to Jim. If he said no once, that's enough.
How long is it okay to not reply to your significant other over text?
Well, it's not my significant. I just think when you send a text to someone, and anyone should open a text and reply to it within an hour.
What about on the paddle court?
I reply within 5 minutes.
I know you're good at that. You're probably the best I know at that.
Yeah, I don't like people to take it. If it's over a day, there's something wrong.
Do you know what? If they're grey ticks as well, you don't like it, do you?
No. Here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. I know, without sounding like I'm name shopping, quite a few, even if it's one or two, very, very famous people.
Yeah.
And they reply to me within an hour. So why can't you?
Okay. Where's somewhere you've never been on holiday but would love to go? Maldives?
Yeah, I'd like to go to Maldives.
Beautiful.
Yeah, by the way, if anyone out there wants free shout-outs, like shout out Maldives.
Remember, you can catch the best bits of White and Jordan in their daily outspoken podcast. Great podcast,
Let's finish with 21 minutes to go. A brand new podcast that Darren Bent likes. Have a listen to this.
He's not playing ball, the boy.
Well,
and he owes me a favour, by the way.
Why?
No, I'm not going to tell you. Benty, if you play this, he owes me a favour.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Big one?
Oh, big favour, mate.
Ooh.
Big favour, Benty. I can send another email, matey. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, interesting.
That's what I'm saying.
There might be more people at loggerheads. It's all going off. It's all going off at talkSPORT. They're going to be scraps.
Yeah, there we go. Go on, do you want to tell us what that favour is?
Yeah, so basically he helped my father, who is a season ticket holder at Chelsea, has been for many a year, Matthew Arden Lower. He moved his seats because my dad has a bad back now, getting older in age. And where he sits in his part of the ground, no one sits down. Everyone stands up all the time. Okay. So Condi, to be fair, and fair play to Condi, thank you for that, helped then move my father to the upper.
It's such an exciting story, that is. Let me write it down.
Well, it's not a story, it's just fact.
People can't stand up, sat down, new seats.
No, but that's just fact.
No, that's a great story. Tell your mates in the pub that.
No, but you ain't got to, because this.
No, it's such a great story.
No, but it's a favour that Condi did for me.
Seats, sit down. Brilliant. Great story, that is. Just download 21 minutes.
Don't do it, it's rubbish.
Now, usually at 6 o'clock we go big on a subject, but of course Ipswich won last night. So apparently we're starting the 6 hour with Bent's EFL corner. Huh? What a waste of time that is. Only joking, EFL chat, big stories coming up. Live and Drive and talkSPORT after this.
I was going to say, would he be a good fit at Old Trafford? Of course he would.
See, the one thing that United have done recently that they hadn't done beforehand, they're signing players that can handle playing at Manchester United. I know I keep going on about it, but you know better than me. It's a heavy jersey and it's a big place to play.
Yeah.
Easy, listen, great place to play and an easy place to play when things are going well. Right, but that's a different, it's a different question when things aren't going well. And I look at the boys they've signed. Šeško to a lesser degree, but he's coming good.
Pleased for him.
So am I. So am I.
There's another one that's not going to make it.
I keep going on about his finish at West Ham, Alan. It was a genius finish. It really was. It was a brilliant finish where he clipped it round the corner, stuck it in the top corner. It was a brilliant finish. His finish at Everton, great pace, calmness in front of goal, sticks it by Pickford. But the other two for me have really settled in, Cunha and Mbeumo.
Manchester United are reaping the positive financial impact of their off-pitch transformation. That's according to Chief Exec Omar Barada with the release of the latest half-yearly figures. United generated an operating profit of £32.6 million in the first 6 months of the fiscal year. The same period last year yielded a £3.9 million loss. Next, will the fitness of English teams in the Champions League give them the edge in this season's competition? Eddie Howe claims his Newcastle side could beat any of the sides left. talkSPORT's Danny Murphy says the difference in physical prowess is noticeable.
The physicality of the Premier League teams has just gone up a notch. Right. I mean, OK, we can argue they're not as talented as years gone by or whatever in terms of the depth of talent, but physicality. The way Chelsea went after Barca, the way Arsenal went after Munich, the way Liverpool rolled over Madrid. It's just too physical.
A consortium looking to buy relegated Sheffield Wednesday says it's withdrawn from the process with a sense of regret. The group says it began the purchase opportunity in good faith, but their sizable binding bid can no longer be justified. They blame historic mishandling of the club and have told fans they deserve better. And Constitution Hill won't feature in this year's champion hurdle at Cheltenham. Trainer Nicky Henderson and owner Michael Buckley said they spent a lot of time soul-searching ahead of reaching their decision. talkSPORT's Rupert Bell says it's not a huge surprise.
When he's been hurdling, he's been falling, and he did so dramatically in last year's champion hurdle. And Charlie, I assume you were there last year, but you've been part of what happened, and he's fallen in subsequent races. And so the debate within racing circles is, should he take his chance and try and regain his crown when his jumping is such a problem?
Cheltenham have invited the 9-year-old to parade on Champion Hurdle Day so his supporters can say goodbye. It all gets underway a week on Tuesday, and you can hear the whole thing across the talkSPORT network.
Back to Last Hour Drive and talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein, and everyone's favourite friend, Darren Bent.
Welcome to the drive. I'm Andy Goldstein.
You'd like to be Andy Goldstein.
I bloody wouldn't.
Oi! Languages, young children listen to this. See, there you go, the real Darren Bent. Still to come, we're discussing if Wrexham could really, finally get promoted to the big time, the Premier League. But first, talkSPORT brings you live commentary of a massive game in the Champions League tonight.
Finishes just on the outside of him, left-hand side, gets into the area, right-footed shot, what a goal! Oh, what a hit from Vinicius Junior, out of nothing. Oh, that's elite level. That's Champions League level for Vinicius Junior. And the referee blows the full-time whistle, and Real Madrid take a 1-goal lead to the Bernabeu for next week's second leg. And he's fired in!
It feels like Jose Mourinho, more than any other manager, is really the kind of king of Europe.
They don't like each other much.
I don't think we should ever write him off. I think if he gets it right, I think if he's stable and he's able to go and he's still got the fire in his belly.
Jose still has something to offer.
If we want to win, we just have to follow him.
Another massive night of football. Real Madrid, they host Benfica in the second leg of their Champions League playoffs tonight. Madrid have a 1-0 lead from the first leg and will be looking to book their place in the last 16. And that game is live right on the talkSPORT network when we are done at 7. We build up to it. And, of course, after a busy night of football, the boys on the sports bar will be taking your calls from 10 or just after 10. Before we move on to the next part of the show, I was chatting to Ben Fletcher there. I mentioned it to the boys behind the glass in the way. So he's training for 5K. Ben's 41. He's training for 5K.
Mm-hmm. Just to run 5K.
Right, now that was my reaction.
Yeah.
Right, now he's 41 years old, and I was like, what can you run at the moment? He went 4. And I'm like, well,
just push yourself for the extra 1.
Just another. And then I was talking to management Max, and Max was like, well, he probably hasn't run for like 15 or 20. And I'm like, but you just run it.
Yeah.
I can't get my head around that, right?
No, again, it's hard. Like, if you're not used to running it, that 5K.
But I don't mean sprinting it.
No, but just get through it. You're thinking just get through it.
Yeah, I can't believe that a fit. Sorry, not fit because he's obviously not fit. But
why is it obvious?
Because you can't run 4.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, but I can't believe that if you can move about, he's not like massively overweight, Fletch,
No.
right? I think he's lost a bit of weight actually, probably from running. I look at him and I think you could easily run 10K.
Well, I mean, 10's a bit of a stretch. I don't think I could even run 10K.
What?
Apart from me, I probably could, but fight. If you get run 4, just get through the last one.
I just don't get out. I don't get how a grown-up, right, can't run 5K.
He's there looking at you.
No, but do you know what I mean? Like, so I was talking to Management Max about this, and I got on the running machine. I love running, but I haven't run properly for a year for various reasons. I got on the running machine last week at the gym, and I thought I'd run 5K. Then I went 5, then I went 7, then I ran 10, and I had to get off the machine because I thought I've been at the gym for an hour. I need to go.
Yeah.
And I effortlessly run 10K. That's because I like running, so my body's used to it, right? I said to Max, I could probably run, if my life depended on it tomorrow, 20 miles.
Yeah.
Like that. I could run 20 miles, right?
Well, anyone could do that in 20. If their life depended on it, it doesn't. If there's no time difference, I could do 20 miles in 5 days.
No.
do you know what I mean?
No, but I could. If there was a near marathon tomorrow.
There was a 20-mile race, not race, but a run. You could do it.
I could do that tomorrow, right? I'd be in bits Saturday. I'd like my legs, but I would complete it in a decent time. Yeah. I can't. Just can't work out. You can't run 5K.
I wouldn't be able to do 20. You're crazy. I know for my body is not built for.
I'm not sprinting.
You see, my body's built for sprinting. It's not built for that right. Plodding.
If you ran a 10K tomorrow with me,
oh my god, no! I don't think I'd finish it. I'm not built for that.
You're an athlete.
Yeah, but I'm not built for that. I'm built for sprint speed.
But your body is used to endurance.
Yeah, but not to that. Not plodding. I'm used to short, sharp sprints. Poof, poof. That's how I played. I wasn't one of these that all running.
How long would it take you to do a 10K tomorrow with me?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, if I'm doing it in 49 minutes, what are you doing it in?
47.
You ain't beating me.
10K.
We'll have that.
I don't know if you can run. Look at me, and this is no disrespect.
Yeah.
I look at you and think you can't run.
Why? What do you look at? I'm slim and I've got trainers on.
Yeah, but I've seen you on a football pitch at soccer and you can't run. So I don't understand how you run.
I can't run.
Like you ain't got that. Like everyone's laughing there because they know they know what I'm talking about. You haven't got that.
I can't run. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
That's it.
Well, I don't look like I can glide.
Yeah, you look like a. Yeah, you look great. Do you know what I mean?
I'm glad we're not talking about Ipswich. Time
yeah, a couple left feet, Joe. You're right.
Time out for this. Oh, very good, Jack. Very good. At 6:10, Jack's got it right. Well done. Time now for the return of Bent's EFL Corner, where Darren Bent takes a look at a busy evening in the Championship last night. Although, DB, I noticed 2 pages of A4, no Ipswich chat.
Who wrote this? Who wrote this, Bill? Was it you, Joe?
Should we drop Joe like it's
Joe?
hot?
Who was it, Bill?
Is it Billy?
Right, yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, Bill, yeah. It's DB's feature. I'm starting with Ipswich.
Wow.
So Ipswich recorded they finally got on winning ways as they beat Watford.
What are you reading that from?
No, I'm just doing
myself.
myself.
Are you ad lib? Go on. Go on.
As Ipswich beat Watford at Vicarage Road. I can't do the Here's Boss Kieran McKenna because there's no audio. But listen, it was a good result.
Well, I'll do McKenna. Go on.
No, you're not doing that. We're not doing impressions on the show. But no, it's a really good result for Ipswich Town. Need to get back to after back-to-back defeats to Wrexham. It was a good performance. Again, getting a goal finally. Bought for a lot of money. Has struggled this season, but it was a nice finish. And Hursley coming and doing what he does best. 6-yard box. Lovely finish.
I hate that. Doing what he does best.
He's a striker. It wasn't an easy finish. It come across.
How do you know he does that best?
Because I've watched him play a lot of football, a lot of minutes. He's in that 6-yard box. It comes to him, instinct, off his chest, in the far corner. And fair play, because Watford second half I thought played well. But Ipswich, that killer instinct.
Finish.
And now we can start the show.
We start EFL chat. As you would imagine from the music, we're going to start with Swansea. Their co-owner, Snoop Dogg, was welcome. It's so bizarre. With the guard of honour ahead of their 1-1 draw with Preston. It was his first visit to the club, where he's a minority owner, along, of course, with Martha Stewart and Luka Modric. I mean, you never put those three in a sentence.
I'd bring Modric back for a season.
Yeah, he should be there.
Yeah.
Have you seen Joe Hart's gone back to his boyhood club? Have you seen it?
Yeah,
We'll talk about that a bit later on. Preston gaffer Paul Heckingbottom, he spoke to talkSPORT afterwards and he asked if he knew Snoop Dogg would be turning up. Amazing question.
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't seen a single thing apart from the smell of weed everywhere. I've seen nothing different.
You're not a Snoop Dogg fan then? No,
I would have been if we'd have won. picked the 3 points.
Apart from the smell of weed everywhere.
I know, yeah.
Do you want me to read? Sorry, I stumbled there. Do you want me to read as Jack's written?
Yeah, go on.
Is it? It's not Jack, actually. It might be.
No, it's Billy. It's not
Billy. Okay.
It's no one else's fault but Billy.
Okay. If as a player, no, it does work. If as a player you knew Snoop Dogg was turning up before a game, how much of a boost would that be? Would it be a boost if you knew? Come on, Bentley. Well, I'm not feeling it. Snoop Dogg's here. Oh, I'm up for it then.
No, it wouldn't be a boost, but I'd be really eager to meet him.
Was you?
Yeah, called Snoop Dogg.
Did you see him walking around the pitch before? He had
Yeah.
no idea where he was, did he?
Probably not, but listen, he's in terms of the genre of music that I listened to growing up, he's obviously a big part of it. He's got some legendary albums. I mean, one of them, I don't know if I can actually say what it's called, but it's the name of an album.
Out the word you can't say.
Well, there's no swear word, but he's got an album called Doggy Style, which is like unbelievable.
Why can't you say that?
That's all right. But that album, honestly, that is like Hall of Fame. That album is.
What's it called?
Doggy Style. Incredible.
Yeah. You can say that's fine.
Yeah.
It's the style of a doggy.
Yeah, but so yeah, even the album.
You hate dogs though, so it's
No,
weird
but
that you like
everything
Snoop
about
Dogg.
that album is.
Is he your favourite dog?
Well, he's only Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, but you might talk about Ghost.
Shut up. No, but yes, I wouldn't like kind of get me to play any better and think, oh my god, Snoop's here, I need to impress him. But I'd be more like I need to meet him after.
What about Win? Down Win. Win, shut up. Go. We've got another dog actually here. Keown. Oh, he's asleep over in the corner. Which rapper would you like to own Arsenal?
Rapper? Who's like?
Or anyone. You love Denzel to be a part.
Oh no, I love Jordan to own Arsenal. Jordan.
What, the page 3 girl? Oh, Michael Jordan. Sorry, okay.
Joe, honestly.
What? Sorry. That's the first Jordan.
The first Jordan that pops into your head is that one, is it? I don't know if that says more about you than me.
Right, let's talk about Hull, shall we? Because they were 4-2 winners at home to Derby last night to move within, 6 points of the top two. Their manager, Sergei Yakovich, spoke to talkSPORT's Alan Biggs after the game, discussed how they had to change their game plan. This is really interesting. Have a listen.
Tactical plan also was very good, and second goal is example for that, because if they will try to play midfield players on this pitch, maybe it will be better receiving, better slow pass, so we can use that. We scored like this second goal.
You mentioned about the pitch and being more pragmatic, going more direct. I mean, there's a lot of rugby played here. There's not much you can do about that, really.
We cannot do everything. Our people, they're doing everything to fix this, but this is impossible.
I have to say that is absolutely nuts. What do you make of that? A football team having to change their tactics because the rugby team have been playing there.
Yeah, it's crazy because Hull certainly a team that likes to get the ball down and pass it, and when the ball's bobbly and it makes it incredibly difficult. I mean, I played at Hull quite a few times, not for various clubs as well, but I remember quite a lot of our England under-21 games were at Hull City Stadium for some reason, and the rugby was on there. But yeah, I can understand from the manager's perspective, he's probably not wanting to use excuses, but if you want to play a particular brand of football and you can't because the pitch is horrific, then what are you supposed to do?
You can't do that.
No.
Just quickly, I want to cram in 2 more results if I've got time, maybe one. Let's turn our attention to Wrexham. They were 2-1 winners at home to Portsmouth last night. Leaves them 6th in the league, 4 points inside the playoffs. They're, of course, aiming for 4th promotion on the bounce. Where would you put that achievement if they managed to pull it off? Where would you put that achievement amongst some of the greats we've seen in English football?
Yeah, for them to go, and I know the argument's going to be the amount of money they've had to spend in these various divisions, that a lot more than anyone else, but I mean, to go from the National League and then all the way up to the Premier League without missing a beat, I mean, that's incredible. It'd be right up there. It'd have to be. I know people will say it won't be because, again, I go back to the money they've spent compared to other clubs in the same division as them, but still, to do that in the matter of, 4 years, 5 years, it's crazy. To go all the way up.
Do you think all football fans, the majority of them, want to see Wrexham go up?
No.
Why?
Because obviously there's added a bit of jealousy, aren't there? That they don't want to see them go up, thinking there'll be teams that have been bouncing around the Championship and League One for a number of years now that can't get out, and Wrexham have just rocked up and gone, all right, see ya, because they've been able to spend the amount of money.
Well, I get people say that they've spent loads of money, so, how can we compete? I understand that for the lower leagues, but to get out the Championship for any side, first time of asking, irrelevant of how much, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, incredible. But again, it's momentum, right? Which is Ipswich managed to do it, go back to back, because you use that momentum from the previous season. You keep winning games, and that's what Wrexham have done. And fair play, I think they've recruited really well, brought in some good players, good Championship players that know what it's like to get promoted.
Yeah.
And Phil Parkinson's doing a really good job.
Just quickly, we won't talk in detail, but a good night for Coventry. Middlesbrough dropped points. They drew 1-1 with Leicester, so Coventry will be over the moon with that. Let's take calls from Wrexham fans and football fans about where that achievement would rank. 4 straight promotions it would be for them. And also, if you're an impartial football fan, do you want Wrexham in the Premier League next season?
Well, I had something on the TV the other day. I don't know what station it was, but it was about advertising Wrexham's games. It was either Disney or something. I remember
it would have been Disney, yeah.
And I thought, oh my God, that's huge.
Yeah. Do you want Wrexham in the Premier League? You say no?
I must say,
You're not fussed either way?
Well, no, not at the expense of Ipswich, no.
Okay. 03717223344 would take calls on that. Do you want to see, if you're impartial, they're not your team, do you want Wrexham in the Prem next season?
Chelsea beat Barca, Liverpool roll over Madrid. But later in the tournament, that changes because the dynamic
changes, yeah.
The mentality changes of those elite clubs and elite players and ups their game. So then you see this kind of, these little details will win semi-finals and quarterfinals. When you play in those games, you realise it can be one little moment, even though you think the English team should win. You can't be that arrogant. Well, we can't be that arrogant to think we should just because we've got a strong league.
No, it's not a given. I mean,
it's not a given.
Lay out a claim that this is what is a reasonable opportunity for you to achieve shouldn't be conceived as English arrogance.
No.
But it's also the reasons why Newcastle are probably doing well in this tournament, because when it comes to cup competitions, albeit there's a league format in the Champions League, but it's a limited league format. So know you've got to go into these games. Teams are going in there with a champions mentality, most of them, albeit 90% of them aren't actually champions, but they're highfalutin sides from their own countries, going in there with a front foot mentality a lot of the time. Yeah. Anthony Gordon referred to it earlier on in the season when he was asked about why are you doing so well in Europe. He was talking about the opposition come to win, whereas in the Premier League, certain sides come in to make it difficult for you to play against. Yeah. So that's the reasons perhaps why Newcastle have found some success in defending the much vaunted Carabao Cup that the whole nation celebrated last year. Yeah, and also the Champions League.
I think the other thing, just quickly as well, is there's been the one thing I've noticed more so this season than any other is the physicality.
Got on talkSPORT. Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. We were just chatting about Lemons. Man United's new goalkeeper. Because I said in our group chat a couple of days ago, we haven't talked about it on air, that he's got to be in contention to be one of the best goalkeepers in the Prem now. And you just said to me off air that you can't recall one mistake he's made. He's been a brilliant addition.
Yeah, I mean, he holds everything. He doesn't really make mistakes. I mean, he was good against Everton as well. Strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
18 million we paid for him.
Yeah, put a foot wrong.
So far, it looks good, right? Remember the trouble. Remember the trouble we had with Onana.
Oh my goodness,
he was dreadful. I don't know how he's getting on with his new club.
I don't even know who he is.
No, is he in Italian football? Have I made that up? Is he Italian? Oh, Turkish football.
Yeah. But no, the goalkeeper, fair play.
He's on loan though, right? He'll be coming back. Make sure the doors are locked. Still to come, we'll be getting team news ahead of tonight's big games in the EFL and the Champions League. Just quickly, Man United's latest figures show that their debt is now approaching 1.3 billion. Good work.
Well played.
Used to be back in the old days just 800 million. Now it's another $500 million.
How are you in debt that much in Man United?
Well, we made a profit this season, didn't we?
Oh my goodness.
What's the matter? What are you looking at? Do you want to tell people what you're doing?
Oh, no, nothing. Just
we can't say, "Oh my goodness!" What
Atalanta against Dortmund. Good game.
Brilliant. A consortium led by former professional poker player James Board has pulled out of a takeover of Sheffield Wednesday. Okay. Right, we'll take your calls. Could Wrexham being promoted to the Premier League be one of the biggest achievements of all time? What would you say is, Benty? I think Nottingham Forest winning back-to-back promotions and then winning the Champions League or the European Cup at first time of asking in their first time back into the top flight must be one of the biggest. Leicester winning it, of course, is up there. Yeah. Where would you rank Wrexham?
Well, it's hard. I mean, because they've not done yet. But listen, it'd be a hell of an achievement. But someone's put it in there, right? It's like Football Manager. In the divisions that they've been in, they've literally had so much more money than anyone else to spend.
No, I agree with that. Up to the Championship.
Yeah, but even then, they spent a lot of money in the Championship. But
look at Coventry and Middlesbrough, right? Long-established sides that have been trying to get out of that league for a long, long time.
Yeah, I mean, they spent 12 million on Nathan Broadhead.
I know, but you still got to get. I agree with you. Still got to get out of the Championship.
Yeah, I get that. Listen, I'm not going to argue with it. Do you know what I mean?
Do you want to see him in the Premier? It's one question I've asked. Glenn is a Liverpool fan. Hello, Glenn.
Hello.
Oh, you sound surprised and shocked.
I was. I'm not a Liverpool fan. I don't know where you got that from, but thank you for having me.
Are you in Liverpool?
Not at all. I'm in Bedford, but...
Is your surname Liverpool?
Yeah, not at all. I don't know where your lady...
I don't know why it says Glenn Liverpool. Who's your team?
Barcelona, but I do support... I watch the Premier League avidly.
Do you like Liverpool?
I think Wrexham... No, not really.
Okay. All right. Go on then. What do you want to say, Glenn?
I think Wrexham in the Premiership would be an absolute world class movement for smaller clubs. I know they've got money. I know they've got the backing. But to have somebody different in the Premier League and to have an absolute fairy tale where they get into a European place. Can you imagine Wrexham making Conference League or Europa League? I mean, it would be the story of the Premier League.
I mean, you got to think as well. For if Wrexham was to get promoted to the Premier League, can you imagine on Disney, Man City versus? I mean, the numbers and the money that they'll be putting in, generating from these big games and showcasing them on these various platforms. Oh my goodness! I don't know how it works though, because Premier League they govern themselves. I'm not sure they're giving rights to everyone else.
No, of course they're not.
So, like Ryan Reynolds, we know how big he is in Hollywood. He can't all of a sudden start streaming.
No,
do you know what I mean? But
he's going to make a lot of money.
Yes, he is.
What was it? Yeah, vodka. Was it vodka? No, it wasn't vodka. It was vodka.
Was it a telecom company?
Yeah, he made like 50 million or billion from
like a telecom company. But no, I mean, listen, the concept of it, I do really like because I think the story's been incredible. But I'm not sure most neutrals will be happy with the.
Well, let's speak to another one. James is a Leicester fan. Hello, Jimmy.
Boys. I won't keep you for long. I won't keep you for long.
Why not?
All I'm gonna say, Jamie Vardy, Riyad Mahrez, N'Golo Kante, Danny Drinkwater, 5,000 to 1. Come on now, let's have it right. The money that Wrexham have thrown at that, their progression through the leagues, I got to respect it, but the money they have thrown at it cannot be put in a higher regard than what we did that season.
Do you know what, James?
I agree with that.
I agree with that, right? But the only thing I would say, just to kind of, play devil's advocate, as they say, is that you in that team you just mentioned there, I know we didn't know it at the time, but you had 3 Premier League greats that we didn't know about in terms of Mahrez, Vardy, and Kante. I mean, Kante is an argument. He's the greatest holding midfield player ever. So it's a little bit like, I get it.
Yeah, but they paid nothing for them. That's his point.
Oh, no, I think they paid a little bit for...
Nothing. Our expenditure that season was effectively zero compared to what people are throwing at players these times. I'm just saying, 5,000 to 1. Crazy season. Vardy record-breaking season. Broke Van Nistelrooy's record. Let's have it right, boys.
I still think that's behind what Nottingham Forest did.
I mean, yeah, we can't speak on Forest, but
no, but take nothing away in modern day football. Nothing gets close to Leicester's. I agree with that.
I see, but we'll see if Wrexham get there. If Wrexham can get in there, we'll see.
Do you want them to?
Thank you, though, boys.
Do you want? Is he gone? Are you there, James?
I'm still here.
Yeah. Do you want Wrexham to get up?
I mean, it'd be a good bit of representation for Wales, wouldn't it? I mean, they could do that at the moment.
Yeah, but do you want them to?
Swansea out of it, Cardiff out of it.
Yeah, no, but do you want them to?
I'm not against it, but I think the whole Hollywood backstory, is that good for the Premier League? We'll see.
Okay.
Good for the brand.
You're not a politician, are you?
I mean...
Do you want them up?
No comment.
James?
Why are you asking the same question?
Because he hasn't answered you.
Do I want them up?
Yeah.
No, we'll keep them down. We'll keep them down.
There's your answer. Good call. Thanks for that, James. Still to come, we'll be getting team news ahead of tonight's big games in the EFL and Champions League. First, it's time for the last no Googling of the day. Don't worry, there's one tomorrow. We want to know 3 tomorrow. We want to know which side has played in the most Champions League finals without ever winning it. I think we've had that question.
We have had that question.
Have we? Well, you should know the answer then, shouldn't you? We have had that question. I've seen the years. Anyway, the answer to that and all the team news and other bits and pieces and one more Billy in the studio when we come back. Just 30 minutes remain of today's Drive Time show. Make sure you join us for them after this.
On a normal game, we're not selling out Preston North End on a Tuesday night at home. And, you know, with Snoop there, you know, we've sold it out. It was, you know, a brilliant occasion. And for the fans as well, it was great for the fans to see it. And he got involved with everyone. He walked around the pitch. He was high-fiving everyone, taking photos with the fans. So, you know, everyone really enjoyed themselves.
Did he turn up a big limo, or was he low key, or
Uber?
No,
There was an Uber.
Just in like you know, the transit vans with the minibus ones. He was in one of them. He got out with his ghetto blaster playing his music and coming to the ground. So yeah, he did make a good entrance.
Now I'm a bit concerned about this herbal cigarette in the tunnel, according to the Preston manager.
I think that's the smell of a last-minute equaliser, that I think. That's what that'll be. And then my other thing was, how does he know what it smells like in the first place?
Lee, I'm going to say, suspicions were aroused when the goal scorer jumped 411 feet in the air to score a header, by the way. In all seriousness, mate, it's a brilliant story, and I think the more the merrier. I think if the whole thing takes off, it'll be magic. Tell us a little bit about the party as well, because that's a great story. I think I'm led to believe he turned the canteen into a kind of nightclub set up, and there was 400 guests, and you must.
Who would have thought a sporting event's halftime show could have a bigger impact than the game itself? That seems to be the case with the Super Bowl halftime show. In 2024, Usher brought in an audience of 180 million worldwide, the biggest in the event's history. But how did singing and dancing get to be the centrepiece of America's biggest sporting event? The first Super Bowl was held in 1967. Initially, the halftime show was a display purely for the fans in the stadium, with marching bands, dancers, and American patriotism for all to see. And that's what it was for the first few years. Disney had a go with a few questionable displays in the 1980s, but it wasn't until '93 that we got the first glimpse into the future of halftime shows. Michael Jackson's stellar performance gave NFL execs something to think about. A raft of massive names followed, including Diana Ross, U2, Janet Jackson, who gave us the most famous or infamous wardrobe malfunction of all time. So how many people are involved? To give you an idea of the scale, Rihanna's 2023 performance included 800 people, and experts reckon it cost $13 million. What's even more impressive than some of the names on the bill every year is the fact they do it for free. The artists know the exposure they'll get from doing the show will rocket them up the charts across the world. The Super Bowl halftime show will be a fixture in pop culture for years to come. So the question is, who next?
Film this is from?
American Pie, The Breakfast Club. I know.
Have you seen that?
Yes, but I like American Pie. Is what I remember.
All right, okay. The American Pie. Sorry, The Breakfast Club. Great film when I watched it for the first time, but when you go back and watch it, it's very slow. But it's a bit of a cult classic, right?
Yeah.
Bit of a cult classic.
You ever watch Kill Bill?
Yeah.
Great film, that, isn't it?
Where did we go? Kill Bill 2, was that it? There wasn't the third?
Yeah, there's only 2. Because she gets Bill in 2, right?
Don't spoil it. But yeah, great movie. That fight scene where
oh my
she's
goodness,
all in yellow.
in the restaurant.
That's unbelievable. Right, before the break, I asked the question, which side has played the most Champions League finals without winning it?
So I thought it was Dortmund, but you said it's not. Well, because they've won it, obviously. They won it. I'm going to go, who's never won it? Well, Marseille's won it, so it wouldn't be them.
They're in Spain.
Atletico Madrid.
3 finals, no wins.
I think a couple of them are right recent.
They are. 2014 and 2016, the other 2. 1974 is the first one.
So that's 2 against Real Madrid, wasn't it?
No, I don't have that.
Yeah, I think it's 2 against Real. One of them was obviously Bale header. Yeah, Bale scored against Atletico.
What, the far post? Coming on as a sub?
Yeah.
Was that against Atletico?
I'm sure it was.
Oh, I don't think it was. Okay, well, you would know.
No, maybe.
Right. Staying with Real Madrid, for us at 7 Adrian Dome hosts a live commentary of them against Benfica in the Champions League. Meanwhile, over on talkSPORT 2, you can hear Sheffield United against Coventry. The team used for that one is in. Alan Biggs can tell us more. Biggsy, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Yes, you know that teams are settled and in form when there are no changes. Been joking with Adrian that unchanged is the most beautiful word in football, because when the teams are announced, you end up somewhat losing a few brain cells working out the changes, but not here tonight. it's almost the case that there are no changes. There is just the one, but that's only because Sheffield United's Calvin Phillips was sent off here in the Sheffield derby last Sunday. He begins a 3-match ban tonight, and Jibril Soumari, who came off the bench during that Steel City derby victory, takes his place this evening for a Sheffield United side still with ambitions of the playoffs. They're very much in form. Last 18 games, they've won 11 of them. Coventry in even better form, 2 points to the good at the top of the Championship, looking to stretch that. They are unchanged, won the last 2, bang in form. Those are the runners and riders at Bramall Lane. Sheffield United versus Coventry.
Good work as always. Birmingham, they head to Millwall in the Championship as well tonight. Ian Abrahams is watching that one for talkSPORT, and he's also got team news for us now. Moose, good evening.
Good evening. Two sides chasing the playoffs. Millwall beaten here at home for the first time since December on Saturday by Portsmouth, while Birmingham, who had struggles early season in winning away from home, are now chasing their 4th successive away win. Millwall make 4 changes from the weekend. Taylor is out, not even in the squad. Ryan Leonard in for him. Zach Sturge for Doughty, Macaulay Langstaff for Watson, and Josh Coburn for Ivanovic are the other 3 changes for Birmingham. 2 changes from the win at Norwich at the weekend. Jay Stansfield in for Dux, and Osman Sow comes in for Damari Gray. It's Millwall against Birmingham here at the Den.
Thanks, Moose. We'll also keep you up to date with the rest of the evening's EFL action, including Norwich against Sheffield Wednesday. Mike Shaw has team news for that. Mike, good evening.
Good evening. Yes, as Sheffield Wednesday fans try to digest the latest issue in a season full of misery, they should be praised for their loyalty to a club that's limped from one major setback to the next. Those who've made the long journey to Norfolk will see a team that shows 3 changes from defeat in the Steel City derby. Gabriel Otagbeo is suspended, Liam Cooper injured, so Henrik Pedersen has had to revamp his already depleted central defence. In come Dominic Iorfa and young Cole McGee. Jerry Yates drops to the bench to be replaced by Jarvis Thornton. As for Norwich, 4 changes for them. Stacey, Darling, Wright and Magoma return. Norwich might be one of the form teams in the Championship, but Wednesday came from 2-0 down to win 3-2 here last season. It's Norwich-Sheffield Wednesday at Carrow Road.
Wonderful, thank you, Mike. Right, we can look ahead to all of tonight's European action now with our friends at Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
European football preview on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
And to look ahead to Real Madrid against Benfica, live on talkSPORT tonight, we can speak to the GOAT, Adrian Durham, who joins us now. GOAT man.
Andy, Darren, how you doing? Loved Keown's Corner yesterday. Fantastic.
Thanks, man.
I'm glad you did.
I'm thinking of nicknaming the drive time dog Keown as well.
Yeah, I don't, or call it Lose, something like that.
Loser or lose?
Bentley, you've got to buy into it, mate. And you've got to fight back from within, is my advice to you.
I'll be fighting soon. Don't worry about that.
Don't worry. It'll come round to our way of thinking with Keown's
How do you work
Corner.
that out?
You will. You'll embrace it. All right? Aid, we've got an interesting game tonight. Real Madrid, they take just a slender 1-0 lead into this second leg. Do you think Benfica have enough to turn this one around?
Interesting is an understatement. I don't, as it goes, although they did beat them 4-2 in the league stage. So, I think it's there's so much on this game, on and off the pitch. There's so much involved with this game that I just can't see Real Madrid slipping up. The interesting bit will be whether Mbappe is playing. He's had this knee injury, so we'll wait and see on that. But the whole backdrop, foreground, everything for Real Madrid Benfica is just mind-blowingly staggering. So I just can't see Real Madrid falling at this stage. But wow, what a game we've got live on talkSPORT tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you, Aid. I don't think Real Madrid will slip up. But I mean, other than that defeat to Real Madrid, Benfica are in really good form. So, and I guess it makes it more exciting because they're going to have to go for it now at the Bernabeu. And one thing about Real Madrid, we know how good they are. Defensively, they can wobble a little bit.
Yeah, they can, no doubt about it. I mean, they shipped 4 to Benfica in that final. You remember the final league stage game where the keeper scored. So yeah, it's not impossible. You can't rule them out just because Real Madrid won in Lisbon and take that 1-goal lead back to Madrid. So Benfica, without Mourinho on the touchline, remember he got sent off, so he's going to be suspended from the touchline tonight. Without him there, I think they do miss something, you know, that kind of inspirational leadership from their manager. They know he's always in there on their side, whether right or wrong. He's always there trying to solve problems in game for them and with them. I think that's a big miss for them. But listen, they're third in Portugal, 7 points behind the leaders Porto. Real Madrid did lose at the weekend to Osasuna and lost top spot, but I think they've just got too much quality, even if a couple of big players are out tonight.
Some other big games in the Champions League tonight. PSG and Juve both in action. Juve, well, they've got some work to do against Galatasaray. What are they, 5-2 down? Where do you think the big stories are going to be tonight?
Well, I think PSG will get through the 3-2 up from the first leg, which was away in Monaco. They were 2-0 down. That could have been a big story. I think Atalanta being 2 down against Dortmund with the home leg coming up for Atalanta is big. But I do think the big story will be Juventus. I think they will give it absolutely a massive go. I think Spalletti's future as coach possibly rests on the outcome of this tie, on tonight's game. And I think if they get the first goal and they get it early enough, I really think that momentum will go with them. All the things that have been said before the game by Spalletti have kind of been inspirational. One goal can change everything. He said we need the heart of the fans. He's kind of got everybody motivated to be on board, to say, look, we're in Turin, we're in our home. It's a difficult job, but let's get this job done. So I think that could be a major story tonight, where we shall see 5-2's a difficult one to come back from that.
A big game in the Championship. Before we talk about that, one last question on the Champions League. Who do you fancy now to go all the way?
Am I allowed to say Arsenal?
No.
No, you're not.
No,
Don't want you to upset Martin Keown.
Spurs?
Okay.
I'm joking. Of course I'm joking. Spurs are not going to win the Champions League. Joe, I'm going to say Manchester City are going to win the Champions League.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right. Interesting.
Hey, I want to talk to you about the Championship. Obviously, a lot of games obviously tonight. Sheffield United, Coventry.
I'm there. I'm here.
Okay,
Bramall Lane.
It's a bit of a shame. What do you think's happened, Aid? Right, we had a discussion earlier in the week. Now, Calvin Phillips' challenge against Sheffield Wednesday was atrocious. It was awful, right? I mean, what's happened to him in the last 5 years? Because he was someone I was excited about. He got the move, and I was happy for him. And now he finds himself, he's suspended tonight at Sheffield United. Like, what do you think's happened?
How do you mean? I mean, in terms of
where I thought he would be at this stage compared to where he is now.
Oh, right. I mean, his career as a whole.
Yes.
Crikey, yeah, absolutely. Do you know what was interesting? When he went out on loan to Sheffield United, Pep Guardiola spoke about him, and I was really surprised by what he said. He showed a lot of love for the player. He said he's had 4 different injuries and different lengths of time at different times that have really held him back. But he said, I want him to go away, play games, so he comes back to us ready to contribute. So whether he was just saying that for show or to get the transfer fee up or whatever, I don't know. But I tend to believe Pep Guardiola when he says these things. We've got to remember how good Calvin Phillips was. What, about 4 or 5 years ago when he was England's Player of the Year, him and Rice in midfield and that Euro final. They were fantastic, and he was fantastic. But the reality is, yes, there have been injuries, but the only manager to get the very best out of him, the only 2, Bielsa and Southgate. We need another manager to step up to the plate, get the best out of Calvin Phillips, because there's a top-level player in there.
Before I let you go, it was a good night for Coventry last night. Of course, Borough dropped points. Will it be a good night for them tonight?
Yeah. I think Coventry are all set. I think they've had their little blip. I think they're going to be going up. I think that they play some great football. He's put together a terrific squad and a terrific 11 as well. So I actually think this isn't a foregone conclusion tonight. I think it could be a draw tonight, but I don't think Coventry will be that unhappy with a draw. I think they're going to be going up and going to be going up as champions.
Hey, will you be lucky tonight?
Be lucky.
Be lucky. Cheers, Dave.
Cheers.
Cheers. So there you go. The GOAT that is Adrian Durham. And that was a look at tonight's European action and close at home action with our friends at Enterprise Rent a Car. Wherever it is, they're here for it.
European football preview on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent a Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk.
Your problem was with
Adrian Durham.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, you've got a problem with everyone, that fella. Embarrassing. Then when we come back, not only, how about this, we're going to have the end of show quiz, One Word Billy, but it's just been confirmed that we have a superstar join us live from, is it Hollywood? Live from Hollywood. So stick around for that. Live on Drive on talkSPORT after this.
fan, right, Ed?
Right, Ed.
Right, boys.
Yeah, Ed. Look, we're just like comparing him to other players that players that Anthony Gordon could get in. What team this is, and I said he's better than Gakpo. Do you agree?
100%. I'd go more than 25% though. Gakpo and Salah this season have both been passengers in the Liverpool team. Like, everyone's wondering why Liverpool are being so poor. It's because we're playing with 9 men every game. Andy Gordon's miles better than Gakpo. He's like a Diaz. He's not as good as Diaz, I'm not saying that. But with the pace and the little trick and the ability to actually finish, we should have bought him. Instead of Isak in the summer, we got Ekitike. All right, no one thought Ekitike was going to hit the ground running the way he did. But we should have, instead of buying Isak, we should have went for Gordon, and he'd have been like a replacement for Diaz.
I think Liverpool are so fixated on buying Isak
They were.
that, and the Ekitike deal got done, and I think they were so far down the line with Isak.
They carried on with it.
I think
really they should.
yeah, and
To be fair, with Isak, where we were so far down the line, we offered them money. He said no. Isak spat his dummy out. We should have just held firm and said, listen, if you want to sell it.
Well, Matt Driver, talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Bent here alongside one more Billy. Will be in the studio in about 2 minutes' time. And a reminder, follow us at 7. Adrian Durham hosts live commentary of Real Madrid against Benfica in the Champions League. In fact, team news for that one is in. Jim Proudfoot has all the details. Jim, good evening to you.
Andy, good evening to you. Well, understandably, the dust still hasn't settled after Real's victory in the first leg. Benfica appealed the imposition of a provisional one-match suspension against Prestiani, the man accused of racially abusing Vinicius. They've lost that appeal, so he won't feature. Vinicius starts for Real Madrid. And aside from those two, the headline team news is the absence of Kylian Mbappe with a knee injury. So the young striker Gonzalo Garcia returns. And Dean Howson isn't being risked at centre-half because of injury concerns. Raul Asensio, who missed the first leg through suspension, comes back in. Benfica's one change sees Richard Rios come in for Prestiani, and that's likely to see Auschnes play in a slightly more advanced position in a 4-2-2-2 formation. So Real Madrid, Courtois in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Raul Asensio, Rudiger and Carreras, Valverde, Gules, Tchouaméni and Camavinga, and then Gonzalo alongside Vinicius up front. For Benfica, Trubin, who scored that dramatic goal against Real Madrid in the group stage, Dedic, Araujo, Otamendi and Dahl, Barrero and Rios, Auschnes and Shelderup, and Rafa Silva off top scorer Pavlidis up front. And I've got Scott Minto alongside me for an 8 o'clock kickoff on talkSPORT.
Good work as always. Thanks for that, Jim. Oxford, they head to Stoke tonight in the Championship. Dave Rowe has all the team news. Dave, good evening.
Evening, Andy. Yes, no wins in 7 for Stoke and still a crippling injury list. They make 5 changes from a weekend draw with Leicester. Talavierov and Zonzi, Rigo, Raksaki and Manhoff all start, but no recognised striker. Oxford start the game 6 points from safety. They've got to turn goalless draws into wins. They make 1 change from the 0-0 at Borough, with Volks coming in for the injured McDonald. Underway at 8, it's Stoke against Oxford.
Thank you for that, Dave. In a minute, it's the end of show quiz. But before that, it's time for this.
And they're off. Win a trip to Cheltenham, Alan Brazil style, on talkSPORT.
Yes, do you fancy joining talkSPORT at the famous Cheltenham Festival for the Gold Cup? Well, now's your chance. We're giving away the ultimate hospitality experience for 2 on Friday, March the 13th. You get full day of VIP treatment, 4 course lunch, complimentary bowl day, celebrity tipsters, and much, much more. It's the best way to experience the races, and you'll even get to meet some of the talkSPORT team on site. You've got until 4 p.m. this Friday to get your entries in. Here's how you do it. For a chance to win, text the word WIN to 83338. A text will cost £2.50 plus your standard network rate, or you can just call 0343 418 7260. Lines close this Friday at 4 p.m. 18 plus UK residents only. It's a talkSPORT promotion. Full T's and C's at talksport.com. So for your chance to win, text the word WIN to 83338 now. Someone that's legally not old enough to put a bet on. Well, he looks like he's 10 because he is 10. His mum's should be here in about 8 minutes. It's One More Billy, everyone.
Evening. You right?
How has your day been?
Really good.
No one cares, man.
Really good, actually.
I don't care. Is he? Why are you beating up One More Billy?
I won't beat him up. Trust me.
How many
I've got a top on today.
Huh?
What? Oh, good
man.
joke, bro. No top. The old camouflage gag. What are we doing today? One word. Have you ever had anyone come up to you in the street and go, "You One More Billy"?
Not yet, no.
Good.
Not yet.
I think if they saw
One day.
they'd recognise that.
The bird's nest on the top of his...
One day.
What are we doing today?
Bit of guess the intro.
Oh, we love that. I've never been beaten at this. I'm unbeaten.
It's Wednesday off. Is it Wednesday?
Yeah, it's Wednesday, yeah.
You'll hear a few seconds of a song, and you'll have to guess it.
Oh, is that
And
what it's
the
called? Guess the
artist
intro?
For a point.
Okay, is it going off a billion?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, like
Well,
that.
you're the quiz master.
Yeah, let's.
All right, yeah, it goes on off.
All right.
Who wants to go first?
Me.
Oh, why is he asking that? What's happening now?
Andy, do you want to go first?
Oh, do you want to go first?
No, I don't.
Good, fine, it's me.
Andy, here we go.
Yeah. That's what I need. Purple Rain Prince.
Yeah. 1-0.
Thanks.
Good start.
Thanks.
Well done, Andy.
Cheers, man.
Benny, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I want to say that's Alicia Keys.
Yeah. Why are you nodding? No, don't play it again. Gee, Jack, come on, man.
Yeah, I got it right.
Alicia
song
Keys,
called?
what?
It's called
Quick.
Falling.
No. It's called No One.
No One, yeah.
By Alicia Keys.
Half a point for that.
No points.
Half a point.
No points.
No points. 1-0 to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, Bill.
Okay. Next one.
Here we go.
Material Girl Madonna.
Yeah.
How about play the old song?
So, I mean, I got it on the first drum beat. 2-0 to Team Goldstein.
Incredible.
Over to you, Benny.
No Scrubs TLC.
Yeah, well done.
Scrub is a guy who thinks he's fly.
Well done.
It's about the Channel 4 show about doctors, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. 2-1.
Thanks.
Andy, you ready?
Summer Lovin' Grease.
I need...
No, don't. It's wrong. I did the same. It's wrong.
I need more specifics than... It's not by Grease.
No, don't
No, it's from Grease. Oh, you want the actual singer? Do you want the actual singer?
Actually, the song name's wrong as well.
Oh, so he's wrong, Bill. What is his
I'm
both
loving. Happy to say I met a boy crazy for me. Frankie Valli.
Summer Nights by John Travolta and Olivia Newton.
Oh, okay.
You didn't get that, idiot.
I know it though, don't I?
Great film, Grease.
Oh, it's terrible.
But I'll do that too. Go on.
That's an awful movie.
Ben, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh. Just equalise. We should know it.
Why should I know it?
I don't know why you should.
Play it complete, Jack.
I thought you know it. Take time.
I want to say Rihanna. And I don't know. Who is it?
Jason Derulo.
Oh, still
What should
2-1.
I say?
Still 2-1 to Goldstein. We've got about 90 seconds left. Okay, next one, please.
Yeah.
I'm into superstition.
It goes off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I died a bit. What'd you say?
It goes off. Come on.
Here.
We ain't got long. I'm taking it. Ricky Martin, Living La Loca.
No,
I'm
that's
taking that.
absolute-
I'm taking that.
You need Billy to say.
No, I'm taking that, Bill.
You know what? To keep it exciting.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah.
No drinks for you in the pub.
2-2. Thank you, Bill.
Who's goes it? Benny, you ready?
Yep. Outcast. Sorry, it's called Miss Jackson.
Yeah.
Well, you said sorry, Miss Jackson.
No, I didn't.
Oh, so you can have two guesses. Okay, that's fine. You're changing the rules.
Go on, Outcast.
2-2.
Big boy.
Andy, you ready?
Yeah. Spice Girls.
Unbelievable, that.
Yeah, and it. Oh, what's it called? Spice Up Your Life.
Yes.
Well
done.
Well, don't write it for me. I'll get it on my own, you idiot.
3-3, that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Benny,
Come on,
here we go.
For the win.
Well, it's not. Oh, I know it.
Come on. Britney Spears, Toxic.
Yeah.
Oh, DB.
That
30
is it.
seconds. I got my last one.
You haven't.
Well, look at the time.
Yeah, we ain't got
Shut
time.
up.
We ain't
Go.
got time for that.
Shut up.
Jack, time for it.
Jack.
Jack, don't ever play it. Jack, don't ever play it.
Love Shack, B56. No. Uptown Girl, Billy Joel. Uptown Billy. So I've won it.
We haven't.
Won
We drew.
it. 4-3 to me. We'll go out on that. Let it play, Jack. Go work.
Jack, maybe turn it down a bit.
No, turn it up, Jack. Billy, get out. You get out as well, DB. We'll be back. Stay with talkSPORT. Loads of live football coming your way. Me and he will see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. for more of the same. Be safe, everyone. Be safe.
This came up a couple of times. Grappling, wrestling at corner kicks, does it need clamping down upon? Or has it become a part of a team's armoury, if you like, their approach in a game? Former referee Graham Scott, in his Telegraph column, enough already. Corner kicks in football are becoming a farce that's impossible to police and ruining the spectacle. Action is needed. For solutions, I would imitate hockey by forcing teams to place a certain number of players in the other half. It need not be many, but it would create space. In other words, the scene inside the box is way too congested and there's all sorts of goings on that shouldn't be going on, and it's got to stop. Is he right?
I don't think so. My gut feeling is that it can be managed better. And now we've got VAR and it's here to stay and we've got to embrace it. Let's use it to its max. The problem we've got is on a lot of these situations with the corners, the punishments aren't there for a lot of what's